diving deep into our wounds. Yet I will be ripped apart before I choose a side. Yet the shadow of glass beneath my feet cuts this godforsaken street. Why can't we make things disappear? Steal the poison from our tears. Oh, crooked crosses pinned on the wall. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no rocky crosses pinned on the walls. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no
What's up, pundit? Oh, that's a banger. I've not heard that song in time as well, you know. I've actually not heard that song for time. Gasolina. You remember that tune? Gasolina. Tell me about gasolina. Yo, let's go, people. What we saying, man? What we
Fucking hell, mate. That has to be very annoying, eh?
Yeah, I'm sorry about being annoying, guys. I decided to get out the Vive la France. Vive la France, the France B. Yeah, obviously I don't have a France kit yet, innit? But don't worry, guys. We are working on it. We are working on the French kit with the turkey on the back. However, I don't have a French kit, yeah? And I don't have a PSG kit. So, I got the next best thing, yeah? Which was the Toulouse kit, guys. There's a Toulouse kit. I don't know. It's from a few years ago. It's a bit old now, but I'm doing my French bit, yeah? So leave me alone, innit? But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. Tonight is going to be a chill stream. I said that last week, and I think we went on for 3 hours. But yeah, tonight is going to be a chill stream. We've got some footage to review as well, because there's a certain podcast that has been slamming, yeah, pause, our transfer business and saying it's not good. So I watched a minute of it today, and then people was telling me to do a reaction to it. So I thought, go on then. Go on it. So I thought, yeah, I will do. I will react to it. I'll see what these guys are saying, because some people are not happy, innit? People are saying that this is not good. Yeah, Lewis, exactly, man. So, yeah, a couple people DM me on Twitter, was like, LB, these people are cooking us, saying that our transfer window's trash. You need to watch it and do a review. So I watched like a minute or two, and I was like, yeah, this is great. This is great content. We will definitely do that. ESPN it is, chat. So some of you have probably already watched the video, but don't fear, guys. If you've not, we'll watch it together and we'll cook these guys. Yeah, we'll speak about the rebuild. We'll speak about the Club World Cup. Get your views on it as well. But yeah, let's just have a good night, chilling. I've actually currently got the Portugal versus France under-21 game on. I've been watching it for 45 minutes. It's only got 6 minutes left, but yeah, it's been an interesting match, man. But yeah, anyway, let's do some shout outs, man. Let's get some yeses in the chat. And we'll do some shout outs, people, because we've not done one for time. So we need to do some shout outs, man. Let's get some yes in the chat. Let's see who we've got in there. DR Sports also saying Pep will ruin Turkey. Well, the thing is, apparently, yeah, Lee was saying on his stream recently that you can't like review their content because you get copyrighted. So I can't bring it up because I get copyrighted in it, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, so that's a bit frustrating. Anyway, big up to Nadir. Good to see you, bro. Big up to Midnight, Total Shambles, Sam, Herbal, Lewis, Budbringer, Mohammed's in the building. Miami, Jordan, Chris, WLM, Aaron, Sarah, AE, Tom, Sherwin, Moji, Sam, Joe, Jack, Max OJ, Friendly's in the building. Shout out Imran, Jewel, Nick, Far, EA17, Langer, Matthias, Wee in French. Come on, bro. Big up the day. Shout out Muse. Yeah, ESPN have been cooking us, bro. Yo, big up my oil brother, Toonami. Says Livermento is a no-go, LB. We'll speak on that in a bit, actually. Shout out to Huey Lewis and the Blues. Glorious, DJ, Steve, Massam, Clutch is in here as well. Big up to all you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash these likes up and that. But yeah, honestly, I'm buzzing. I need to do this as well. I forgot about this. Big up to Mansour, AA, Mansour AA, for gifting 10 memberships before the stream started. What a guy, man. Come on, man. Big up. I've had a couple of them recently. People coming in the stream, donating before the stream's even started. Yeah, so get some W's in the chat, man. Shout out, Mansour. Appreciate the 10 bomb. Yeah, listen, boys. I want to start off by doing a little bit of glazing, if you don't mind. If we could start off with a little bit of glazing on the stream, because I'm so buzzing with the players that we've signed, and I don't think we've finished yet. I think we've got to get a couple more players in, a right back and maybe a goalkeeper if Edison decides to go. But for the window's been open for 10 days, yeah, and for me, I think we've got 3 quality players in here. 3 quality players. Yeah, and remember when we did the Khaldoon Al Mubarak interview reaction, and we listened to what he was saying. And remember that stream? We were saying, listen, we can trust this man. We can trust Khaldoon, yeah? And that guy told us that we're going to get signings, and we're going to get the signings in before the Club World Cup, yeah? And this is why we are very fortunate as a fan base that we have someone like Khaldoon overseeing the operation as a chairman of the club, yeah? Because what he says, he doesn't lie to us, man. He doesn't lie to us in a footballing terms. And going into this transfer window, I was very confident. Then I wasn't confident for a bit, and I actually was like, oh shit, this is going to go south real quick. But the way that we've executed on these players, for me, it's just really, really good. Like, I get a real professional view of the football club. The way they've gone about it is crazy. And I know I've said this loads, and I'll try not to go on about it all the time, because I have said it like pretty much every single stream we've done. But I want to say it again because I do think it's important. The way that it appears that they've learned from past mistakes, that's exactly what you want to be seeing as a football fan of your football club. You don't want to see your club making the same mistakes window after window. And I look at the way that we... oh, my days, Gail Clichy is the assistant manager for France. No way. Yo, shout out Clichy, man. Yeah, the way they've gone about the Turkey deal so quick. And I know some of you guys, we have a bit of a difference of opinion, don't we, in the chat? Some of you guys think we did indeed pull out of the deal for Wirtz. Some of you guys think we got rejected. It's irrelevant, really. The focus should be on how quickly we moved on to Turkey, and that there's a plan B, and that we executed on that strategy. And for me, that's like the main thing. That's the main thing, man. So, yeah, that's just really, really positive. The rebuild and the squad already is looking a lot healthier than it was. I still think we need a right back, and obviously we might need a goalkeeper if Edison goes. Well, we will need one if Edison goes. But the squad at the end of the year, man, at the end of the season, it was looking tired, wasn't it? It was looking stale. It was looking tired. It was looking boring. There was no inspiration in the team. You know what I mean? We couldn't even score a goal against Southampton. We couldn't score against Palace. Like, it was just dead. But all of a sudden, yeah, it's amazing what £100 million can do, guys. Yeah, because all of a sudden, we've got 3 players in that completely transform the team. Completely transformed the team. And if you think about how well Nico O'Reilly was playing, yeah, towards the end of the season when he was playing at left back, like, and again, this ain't no disrespect to Nico O'Reilly, but we've now bought a better player for that position in Ryan Aït-Nouri. Yeah, and I tell you what, chat, yeah, I did an Algeria watch-along last night. Some of you was in the watch-along. For the people that didn't watch the game, because I imagine most of you probably didn't watch it, for the people that didn't watch the game, he was the best player on the pitch. Yeah, probably to be fair, Sima for Sweden was pretty good. It was definitely Algeria's best player. Yeah. Up and down the line, coming into midfield, inverting. His technical ability is outstanding. It is outstanding. Yeah, I tell you what, chat, it'll be interesting to know who's the most technically gifted player in the team, but he's got to be right up there. The way he skips round players, yeah, with his footwork and that is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I didn't see, I've got to say, I see a lot of people saying, oh, but he's crap at defending, he's crap at defending. I don't know, to be honest with you, about this situation, mate, because I've watched him a few times at Wolves. In fact, if you remember, not this season just gone, the season prior, Wolves were my second favourite team to watch in the Premier League behind City because they played some fantastic football under Gary O'Neill, even though they beat us when Hwang should have been sent off in it. But anyway, that's besides the point. They played some great football. I never really remember watching Ait Nouri thinking he's a bad defender. Now, what I think it is, I think, Ed, mate, I think you're on the money. I think he's an average defender. I think he's an average defender in terms of defensive work. But because he's so good going forward, people just say he's a trash defender. And I don't think that's correct. I've not seen anything in his game to suggest he's an awful defender. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be an Ake. Yeah, but he doesn't need to be an Ake. He doesn't need to be an Ake. He just needs to be decent. He just needs to be, oh my days. Oh my day! If that would have gone in, that would have been an unbelievable goal. Tell me someone's got this Portugal-France under-21 game on. That was unbelievable bit of skill. That would have been an unreal goal. He just needs to be better than trash, you know. But going forward, the guy's going to be incredible. He's going to have such a different dimension to our game because one of the major issues that we had this season, right? We spoke about this in the past, is we were so one-dimensional. So one-dimensional, mate, yeah? Like, and we had no width, and the width that we did have, it wasn't working. You know, Doku and Savio wasn't really cooking. Now we're going to have Ait Nouri. Oh, my days, another chance. Now we're going to have Ait Nouri bombing down that left-hand side. Yeah, we're going to be able to get a player in invert and stack that midfield out. So we're still going to be able to have midfield dominance. Yeah, but then crucially, when we lose the ball, we're going to have Rodri and Reinders in behind. Yeah, to be able to prevent those transitions and quick transitions. And I just think the way that we've built this team with these new signings, I'm super excited. I think it could cook, man. I think it could cook. The question is, yeah, I was just speaking about this with Luke and Bevo on their channel. The question is, how quickly, yeah, and this is a question for you guys in the chat. I'll bring your comments up on screen. How quickly can Pep Guardiola, like, get these new tactics and this new formation instilled in the players? Is it going to crack from minute one? Is it going to take a month, 2 months? Is it going to take 3 or 4 months? Because if it takes 3 or 4 months, you might not win the league. Depends on how far you're behind the leader. If it takes a month, 2 months, you're going to be in with a good chance. Obviously, if you start, then obviously you can cook. But this is why I think, again, I think this Club World Cup is actually pretty good for us. Now, you could argue that we could do with a rest, and I do get that argument, and it's a very fair argument that we could probably do with a rest. However, I think having a competitive tournament with these players, I think it's beneficial for us. I do think it's beneficial for us, man. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, I think there's players that we've bought in. I think that it suits the system so well. You've got new goalkeeper, yeah, or Edison. New right back, yeah, Kuzanov or Diaz. I want to see, by the way, Huzanov centre back at this Club World Cup. Who's with me? I don't need to see Diaz. I know what Diaz can give me. I've seen Diaz for years. Yeah, I don't need to see Diaz. I want to see Huzanov. I want to see whether or not he can be better than Diaz. If he's not better than Diaz, he's not better than Diaz. Cool. We'll start the season with Diaz at the centre-back position. I'm fine with that. But why not try? Why not try Kuzanov? You could get to the end of the Club World Cup and go, you know what, lads? Kuzanov's better than Diaz. And then we'll start Kuzanov at the season. You might get to the end of the Club World Cup and go, you know what? Diaz is still better than Kuzanov. Cool. We don't have to pick. It's not player v player. It's who's the better player for us. Yeah, I'm not saying like you have to hate on Diaz or hate on Huzanov. I'm saying let's find out. Because for me, I think if you're going to play this high line, yeah, which we probably are going to play, chat, yeah, You want to have a bit of pace in your team. You want to have a bit of pace. And for me, you know, Huzanov is so quick. He's absolutely rapid. And I think he's better on the ball than Diaz as well. The only thing Diaz has really is the leadership qualities, and he's well more experienced. Yeah. But like I say, I'm not really that fussed. I do prefer, yeah, to have a Huzanov there over Diaz, yeah, because I prefer the pace. But I'm not against starting Diaz at centre back. I'm cool with Diaz. I like Diaz, yeah. But I think we should try it, yeah. And don't get it twisted, Benno. I rate Diaz. I think he's mint, yeah. I do think he's dropped off in these last 2 years, but I still think he's a very good defender. And I'd still be happy to go into the season with him and Gavardio. I just want to try it. I just want to try Kuzanov just to see. And if it's not it, it's not it. Cool, go back to Diaz, man. But for me, this Club World Cup is about two things, yeah? One, implementing the new system and formation and the new players. And two, trialing different players in different positions where there's a bit of a battle going on. Yeah. So that centre back position, bit of a battle. Yeah. With like Gavardio's got no battle, right? Centre back. He's got no battle. But the right side is centre back. I think there's a bit of a battle there. And that's good. That's good. That is good. Yeah. There's no battle with Rodri. Rodri's getting CDM. Yeah, there's probably not going to be too much of a battle with Reinders, but you do have Nico Gonzalez in there, so there could be a battle there. That's good. You want battles. You want battles. You don't want players to be comfy. Yeah, you don't want players to be comfy. I want players thinking, shit, I've got to work so hard in training, otherwise I'm going to lose my spot. I always remember, right, when we had, I've used this example before, but I always remember when we had Walker with Danilo, yeah? And I rated Danilo. I thought he was a pretty good player. I was pretty gutted when we sold him, to be honest with you. He was like the Akanji before Akanji. Yeah. Played right back more than centre back, right? But you get what I'm saying, right? It was the Akanji before Akanji. However, I don't think Walker ever felt, did he, that fucking hell, I forgot his name now. Diallo, was he called Diallo? Chat, what's his name? I forgot his fucking name, chat. What's his name? The right back? Danilo. I don't think Walker ever felt Danilo was going to take his right back position. When we sold him and we got Cancelo, Walker's performances went through the roof. Now, he's already playing at a pretty good level anyway. I'm not trying to say that he was playing at a trash level, yeah? But Walker's performances went through the roof when Cancelo came. Now, it could be a complete and utter coincidence that happened, chat. It could be coincidence. Or it could be the fact that he had some competition for his spot. He looked at it and went, bloody hell, they're signing João Cancelo, right back, top baller from Juventus. Unbelievable player. I need to up my game. And I think that's what happened. So we need to get more of those battles. Yeah, and if you look at the team going into next year, look how many battles we've got. We've got battles everywhere. Diaz is now battling. Now, I disagree, Bailey. I disagree. I think Walker went sky high, man, when Cancelo came in. You got battles with Diaz. You got battles with Tijani Reinders and Nico Gonzalez. You got battles there, yeah? You got battles with Foden, Cherki, Marmoush, Savio, Doku, all competing for places in the attacking areas. Yeah, again, one of the only players that doesn't have competition in the squad right now is probably Haaland, because we don't have a natural striker. But if Pep finds a false nine system, which he did actually find a non-Haaland system when Haaland got injured, that cooked as well. Doubt he's going to drop Haaland, to be honest with you, but you get what I'm saying. Bob's there as well. We've got to create an environment where there's competition for places, because if players are too comfy, yeah, then the players know, man, they're walking into training going, I'm going to play at the weekend. Because they're looking at other players and going, you're trash, I'm going to play. You know what I mean? And you can't have that. You can't have that in an elite level football club. And I feel like now we've bought these players. I think we've got real competition for places. I see people speaking on Twitter about Nico Gonzalez saying, oh, he's finished. What? What do you mean he's finished? What do you mean he's finished? He's not even started, mate. He's been fine, bro. Yeah? That's just an L. That's just an L take, man. Yeah, like I think Nico Gonzalez is going to be a great player for this squad. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be competing with Tijani Reinders, and he might compete with the players further forward in the more attacking positions. I don't think so. I think it's probably going to be Tijani Reinders, but he's going to be competing, man. And I think him and Rodri as well, you know what I mean, might be able to get a bit of a good relationship going. You know what I mean? We got players, we can bring these players off the bench. Yeah, last year was playing players like, we're bringing the players like Gundogan off the bench. You know, with respect, he's 34 years old, nearly 35. We're bringing players like Kovacic off the bench. Yeah, this ain't proper squad. This ain't proper squad. So I think it's mint. And like I say, we've not even finished. Yeah, we might. I think we're going to go and get a right back. Because yeah, we need one really. Like I hear the Cafu shouts, guys. Yeah, but for me, I'm not sure. You know, I don't think you can run the full season with Cafu. I think backup right back. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, but not running it all the time. Not running it all the time. Do people know how many comps we playing, bro? Bro, it's mad, innit? It's mad. Oh yeah, bro. I've seen some people on Twitter, yeah, and like I look at their sell this player. So I go through the sell list, yeah, and I'm like, you have no players left. You have no players. They've got like 10 players on the sell list, man. Do you know what I mean? And that's not including players like Grealish and Walker and Phillips. I'm like, bro, how are you selling all these players, mate? Like, do you know how many games we play? Yeah, because, bro, I don't want to be getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup anymore, man. I want to win that Carabao Cup again. I used to love playing the Carabao Cup. It was mint. Yeah, now we just sacked it off, innit? But I want to go back strong on that. I want to go win some more. You know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was, yeah, or even 3 years ago, we did the treble. Like, how mint was that? Getting into like March, April, May time, you got a game every you got a match every 3 days. It was mega. Yeah, it was just rolling. And I always say, I think it's better for teams to be playing every 3 days, providing you've got the squad. I always hear these people speak like this, yeah. I think it's complete BS and a real L. When people say, oh, it might be better if we were only playing 1 game a week. Nah. Sorry. Nah, disagree. Yeah, but the manager will get more time on the training pitch. Nah, I don't agree. I don't reckon that is the thing. I think, Kazoo, you're right, mate. It's all about momentum, man. Yeah, you don't want to be sitting there waiting a week for another match. Paul, spot on, man. Spot on. It's about playing, getting the games, mate, getting them ticked off. Because you know what as well you can do, right? You could, if you win 5 games, you're on a 5-match winning streak. That takes 2 weeks. You can quickly end up on like a 10-match winning streak within like 4 weeks, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then when you get to those positions, when you're on like a 10-match winning run, the results take care of themselves because the players are so confident because of the wins that they just end up winning matches. I would say this, but when we go on like 14, 15, 16 match winning runs, yeah, the wins don't necessarily come because like we're playing mint or whatever necessarily. It's because like the players are just on this mad confidence hype. They just get the job done. And when you're winning games like that, you end up scoring loads of late goals because they never give up. They keep going attack. Yeah, because they've like, been on this winning streak. They don't want the winning streak to end. And the belief is in the squad. So they keep on going. They keep on attacking until like the 98th minute of the game in injury time. That's where you get so many. Yeah, so that's the thing for me. It's like, and this was another reason I didn't want to get knocked out against Club Bruges. Do you know what I mean? When people were saying, like, I remember having the debate with Si. Si was like, I want to get beat off Bruges, man. I don't want to be playing in the playoff round against Real Madrid. I was like, nah, man. You need to be playing it. You need to be playing. You don't want to be playing 1 game a week, mate. It's an L. It's a major L. Yeah, but the thing is, I think we might be back, mate. Yeah, I think we might be back. I think we're in a position now where these signings for me are really good signings. It'll be interesting to see who goes. Yeah, but we need a couple more players. But I'm excited. I can't wait for this Club World Cup. I wasn't that excited for it like 3 weeks ago. I remember we was having conversations, weren't we, on the stream? Was like, I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna watch it and that, but I'm not really that excited and stuff. Yeah, but now we've got these players in. I'm just buzzing. I'm buzzing, and I tell you what, Ryan Cherky, what a player he's gonna be to watch, mate. He's so good. He's such a good footballer. Everyone's going to love watching him play. Everyone's going to love watching him play. The way he passes the ball, the way he passes the ball is just incredible. It's just incredible, man. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I know not everyone is. I kneel in the chat there. It's not asked. Like, I'm excited for the tournament. I think it's going to be a really good opportunity to see these players. I think the players are going to take it seriously. I think Pep's going to take it seriously. And if we win it, it pretty much pays for our transfers. So there's no excuse not to go and drop 70, 80 million on Livramento. You know what I mean? No, we do need a right back. We definitely need a right back. But I think that'll obviously be done in the next window, you see. Shout out to Benno, says, amazes me media defending Wirtz fee, but cooking us. Nah, let them do it, bro. This is what we're used to, man. And that's when we win. Yeah, that's when we win, man. I always say this, innit? But when people are roasting us for the money that we're spending, calling us plastics, oil club, Pep's a checkbook manager, we're doing something right. And that's when we win. Yeah. And last year they weren't saying that because we didn't spend any money and we didn't win fuck all. So bring it on, Benno. Tell him to cry more, mate. Tell him to cry more. Nah, big up for the team, man. Shout out to Farhad, says Nori was chosen because he's versatile and cheap. Yeah, it sounds like that, though, makes it sound like you don't rate him, Farhad. And I'm only going off the message that you put in there. But I think he's a very good player, man. I think he's a very good player. I think Aït-Nouri is a top talent. He is versatile in the sense that Kirkez, is like a Kolarov regen. Yeah. If you want a player to just go up and down the wing, spam crosses in, good crosses, Kirkez is your man. Yeah, Kirkez is your man. Great at it, brilliant. But if you want a left back that does a little bit more, and you might not want your left back to do a bit, I'm not saying he's better than Kirkez, but if you want your left back to do a little bit more, and be able to come in field, invert into the midfield, maybe drift into like a central role, further forward on the edge of the box or whatever, and also get forward and cross. That's when you go and get Aït-Nouri. Now, who's going to be a better left back? We'll wait and see this year. Yeah, big season for both players. But I'm convinced. I'm convinced that Aït-Nouri was the better signing for Manchester City. Now, Liverpool fans might say Kirkez is the better signing for them. Depends what they want from their signing. Depends what they want from their signing and that they want from their left back. I don't want my left back just to be getting up and down the wing, crossing the ball in. I want my left back to be able to drift into midfield and do all that kind of stuff. But I think it's a great player and a great price. You know what I mean? And the fact is, he's got 5 years Premier League experience. 5 years. He's got caps for Algeria. He was the best player last night for Algeria. Best player, country mile. Although, to be fair, the guy in midfield was pretty good as well. But he was the best player. He was the best player last night. Top performance, man. Should have had an assist. Probably should have scored as well. Was involved in the first goal. It was his play that got the corner, that got the goal. Second goal, he was involved in that. It's just mint. It's just mint. And you know what I like about him as well, chat? You know what I like about him, especially yesterday? Oh, Bunajar, man. Don't talk about him, Ahmed. Fucking hell. He should have had a hat-trick. He was only on the pitch 20 minutes. They should have won the game. You know what I like about him? And again, like, I'm going off last night and some of the Wolves game. He demands the ball. He's always like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Like yesterday, bro, like he was getting into positions and like he's not just stood there going, oh, I'm available if you want it. He's like, give me the ball, man. And then they're passing the ball and he's moving it. He's got the skills to get around players. He's a technical player. Again, I think he's going to be another player that City fans love to watch. Him and Cherky. Honestly, man, top players. So good, man. Brilliant. And then Reinders, I just think he's going to be just a real top-level player. I've watched him now in the last month or so. Maybe like 5 times. Maybe 5 or 6 times in the last month. And he's just a steady player that can do a bit of everything. And that's what we need, because that's what Gundogan did, innit? Gundogan just did a bit of everything. Bit of defending, tick. Bit of carrying, tick. Bit of on the ball, tick. Couple goals, tick. Couple of assists. I just think he's going to be a perfect player to play next to Rodri. Do you know what I mean? I need a beer. I know I'm off the beers, man. I'm off the beers for a little bit. I'm on diet. He's just an all-rounder, facts. He's an all-rounder. And he scores and he chips in with goals and assists. And he scores a lot of goals from outside the box as well. And that's going to be really crucial because, you know, how many times do we play against low-block teams? And, the ball's just on the edge of the box and no one can shoot. Well, he's going to be able to shoot, man. And he's Serie A midfielder of the year, 26, prime years. And I don't see any reason, really, why this guy is not going to come into the team and just slot straight in there. I think he's going to be Pep's dream player. I think he's going to be Pep's dream player. I really do. I really struggle to see. And this doesn't just go for him. I think it goes for all three of them. Maybe Cherky less so, yeah. But I think all three of them should come into the team. And I don't think it should take them long. Yeah. I think Cherky, depends where he plays. Maybe out of the three, he's probably the one that might take a little bit of time to fully understand the gig. Yeah. But Ait Nouri, I think he's just going to come in and just straight away. Yeah. And same with Reinders. Maybe Cherky might need a little bit more time. But I don't know, man. I think these signings are top class. And, I think it really, look at the ages of these players as well. Yeah. Tijani Reinders, 26. Yeah. You've got five good years there. Solid. Easy. Yeah. Cherky, what is he? 21, chat? Ait Nouri, I think 24. Yeah. So we got in these players at great ages. You know what I mean? We've got them now for ages. We've lowered the age of the squad. Yeah. We've added energy, pace, flair. Everything that we didn't have last season, we've added. And we've got top quality players. We're not glazing mid players here. Yeah, this isn't like when we bought Nunes and we was glazing Nunes and we was like, we're doing the Yaya Nunes thing. Yeah, that was glaze. Yeah, we was going to glaze the player. We signed him. We're going to glaze him, right? But this isn't glaze. This is legit. Like, we've signed good football players, chat. LB, see what I tagged you in earlier, bro? I think Naipan kid's going to be the Leon loan. Yeah, we signed this Naipan guy as well. Apparently, City said to him, "You're going Girona, lad." And he said, "No, I'm not. I'm going Aston Villa." And then City went, "Oh, well, what can we do?" And then they got him a new plan. And then since then, he decided to sign the deal. Sign a contract, big boy. Sign a contract. And he signed the contract. He signed it, man. So that's positive news. That's really positive news. He's he's going to stay at Lens, man. I think he's going to stay at Lens, to be honest with you. Did Fab confirm it? Nah, he's not confirmed it, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him, man. I've never seen him. Maybe there's some Norwegians in the chat who know about him, innit? Who can give us some information. Surely there's got to be a couple of Norwegians in the chat who know about this guy, man. He plays for Rosenborg, innit? I've seen some of their fans as well. They're crazy. Rosenborg. I don't know what the actual song is, but anyway, I've seen a song of these fans singing, and it was pretty cool. Nicholas says you should do a video watching Naipan is a baller. Yeah, I might do. I might do. I might do. Can you live react to him now? It's risky, bro. Copyright moves mad. That's why I do most of the videos. Norwegian here know nothing about the player though. Nice one. Nice one for that update. I'm half Nigerian, says Nigerian, not Nigerian. You're half Norwegian. Fairs. Do you know anything about the player or nah? Do you know anything about the player? No, this is crazy, guys. Madness. Does the goalkeeper look good? I haven't heard of him. He's better than any guy. I don't know. Who cares, bro? He's never going to play anyway. Yeah, he's only here for the vibes. That's what that third position is, bro. It's a hype man who's English. Yeah, that's the only way you can qualify is, are you English? Yeah, or homegrown? Yes or no? Are you a goalkeeper? Yes or no? Have you played in the Premier League for at least 5 games? Yes, you qualify. And are you funny? That's pretty much it, bro. That's it. It's the dream job, man. Because you can eat what you want, you can drink what you want, you can party, you can go on holidays because no one cares because you ain't going to play. Oh, it's a brilliant gig if you can get it. It really is. Scott Carson, mate. He must be laughing. He must be laughing all the way to the bank, mate. LB, you seen the Naipan? Yeah, I did see it, man. I seen it. Yeah, I did see it. Naipan has been signed. Nah, listen, it's one of them. He's probably never going to play for us, bro. But who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Oh, there's some training pictures out as well, chat. Apparently, yeah, Rico Lewis has been on a bulk as well, which is quite interesting because one of the things, like one of the reasons some people want to sell Rico Lewis is because they say he's too weak. Well, I don't know if you guys have seen a picture of Rico Lewis, but he has got a haircut, but he looks like to me. It looks like to me, chat, that he's been on the whey protein. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up the pic. Rico Lewis. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Oh, look at this picture, man. Check this out, chat. Bro, he's defo been bulking, man. He's been on a carnivore diet, Rajiv. Facts. He's been having the steaks, man. Steak and eggs. He's like, ain't no way I'm getting bullied off the ball anymore. Ain't no way. Isn't that crazy, chat? I had to double check. Chat, I had to double check. I seen it on Instagram, yeah? On Twitter. I seen someone post a picture on Twitter. Probably this account, to be fair. I seen it. I was like, who is that? And I had to double check. I was like, is that Rico? I was like, it's Rico Lewis. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Oh, he's going on the Goretzka hype. Oh, you remember when Goretzka did this? Goretzka did this a few years ago, didn't he, when he joined Bayern Munich? Bro just bulked out of nowhere, man. Honestly, it's crazy. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Rico is. Listen, when it comes to Rico Lewis, I don't want to sell Rico, man. I like Rico. I actually think he's a good player. I actually think he's pretty mad disrespected. Yeah, I don't want to sell him. I want him to cook. I think he's a really good football player in the midfield. Don't think he's a right back, but I think in the midfield, yeah, he's a good player. My problem is where's he going to play? If you've got Rodri, Kovacic, Tijani Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, Cherky, Foden, Bob, Echeverry, you've still got McAtee, you've still got Savio, you've still got Doku, you've still got Marmouche. Where is he playing, man? Do you know what I'm saying? Where is he going to play? And that's why I say we probably get rid of him, because you probably get 30 mil out of him. But I don't want to sell him. I don't want to get rid of him. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player, me, Philip. I do. I think he's good, man. I think every time you've seen him play in midfield, I think he's been really good. Yeah, I'll get it up in a set, bro. I think when he's played at right back, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, why Neil cooking me, man? LB, those shades for City's future. Sonny, where you are. Oh, argument with you, mate. Right, anyway, let me pull some of these pictures up, man, of training, chat. We will come on to the ESPN video. I'm going to come on to that as well. But chat, chill, man. We got time. We'll come on to that. We'll come into that in due course. Right, where's this? Also, Cherky can speak English, bro. I didn't know he could speak English. Did anyone else know that? Cherky can speak English, chat. Bro, his English is like proper good, you know. His English is well good, man. I can't lie. So yeah, shout out to him. Anyway, let's pull up some of these pictures, man. Where are these training pics? Where are these training pictures? Is it on the official account? Rico's dad owns an MMA gym. Yeah, I've heard this. He owns a gym, doesn't he? Maybe he's been in there. Who knows? Right, here we go, chat. Let's take a look at some of these pics, man. Look at that, man. Aura. Right, let's have a look. Madness. Look at him, bro. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that, chat? Is that Rico? Is that really Rico Lewis? Bro, I don't look like Rico. Guy's got to be on the performance enhancing drugs, man. I can't lie, bro. Look at the fucking muscles, bro. The muscles are popping, man. Yeah, who's that? Marmouche. Yeah, that probably went in. Yo, look at that shadow, man. Looks like Bundesliga, isn't it? Crazy. Who's that? Let's investigate further, chat. Who's this? Nico Gonzalez. He looks different, man. He looks different. Are we sure these players are actually the legit players, man? Because he don't look like Nico Gonzalez and Rico Lewis don't look like Rico Lewis. Gundogan! Hey, look at that, Bray. New trim for Gundo. First. What's he saying? What's he rated himself? What's he rated himself? He's rated his pace. Wait, what's that? AAC. PAC. What the hell's PAC? What's PAC? Pace. He's given himself 87 pace. Not sure about that, bro. Shooting 84. All right. Passing 90. Dribbling 91. Defending 50. Physical 87. 87 pace. Is he fast? Yeah. Bro, I can't lie, yeah. I didn't see that pace. I saw the passing and that, but I didn't see the pace. But fairs, maybe he does have pace. Maybe he just didn't demonstrate the pace. But I didn't see it, man. I seen the acceleration. I saw acceleration. But I didn't see pace. He is deceptively fast, is he? Yeah, I'm not seeing enough of him to know that. There we go, man. What a player we've signed, chat. What a player we've signed, honestly. What a player we've signed. Where you going, Bray? Whoa! Cool transition, Bray. Listen, if City don't work out for you, you can always be a YouTuber with transitions like that, mate. What else we got? Oh, this kit, man. I can't lie. Is this kit decent or nah? I think that kit might be nice, man. I think that might be a really, really nice kit, chat. I think it might be a really nice kit. I think it's the one. I think it looks well nice, mate. I can't lie. I might have to buy that. I might have to buy that. Yeah, one sec. Let me get the audio. Let me get the audio, chat. Audio. I want to hear it as well, so I'm into my headphones on. Oh, the black kit, man, is so nice. I don't know if it's legit, though.
Hello, everyone. It's Ryan. I'm very excited to be here. See you all at the chat.
All right, come on, Bray. Wow. Transitions going mad. Yeah, man. Fairs. All right, mate. Fucking hell. This guy feels disrespected. No one even speaking about this guy, innit? It's crazy. What a player. What a player. Oh, these are our kits for the club. Wait, so this here says our official kits for the FIFA Club World Cup. So are these all getting changed for the actual season? Or nah? Is that not going to be our kit for next season then? Or is that our... What's this kit then? The blue stays. So that's staying. So that stays. What about this one? Oh, that's goalkeeper kit. Don't care about that. What about this one? Is this stay or nah? Is this staying or not staying? Stay or no stay? Nah, so that's Club World Cup only. Okay. I don't care about keeper kits. Okay, cool.
Let's start with pace. I can say I'm not the slowest, also not the quickest. 82.
Right.
82 midfield is not bad.
So, nah, it's good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Shooting. 80.
City will probably copyright me, chat. I gotta be careful, man. I can't lie. Anyway, let's get onto this ESPN video chat, man. See what these guys are saying. Smash these likes up as well, people, if you've not done so already, man. 1.2k in the building. Let's get these likes up. What are we on? 350. Let's get to 400, man. 50 people. Smash the likes. Let's get onto this ESPN video and see why they're cooking City for no reason. Yeah, I don't know why. I've only watched the first 2 minutes, yeah, but we'll get onto it now. Shout out Ruston says, every time I got a speeding ticket, it was because I was listening to Gasolina. Dame Mass Gasolina. I bro, it's a tune, man. I've not heard it for time as well. And then just before I went live, I was like, oh, because I got Gasolina in the tune, I'll whack it on. It's a good song, man. I can't lie. It's a good song. Right. Let's bring this up and see what these guys are saying, chat. Yeah. ESPN. Why ESPN cooking Man City? Why? Yeah. People saying they're always cooking City. Are they? Why are they always cooking City, though? For what reason? For what reason? Right, here we go. I've got it here. Let me pull it up on screen. Right, so yeah, I seen this. I saw. Hopefully, we'll get copyrighted. We shouldn't get copyrighted, but if we do, it is what it is. The game's the game. We live to fight another day. Yeah, so I've seen a couple of people speak about this. So today, I was on Twitter, woke up this morning, and everyone on Twitter was going mad about this video. I was like, what? What's going on here? Anyway, I didn't watch it. I couldn't be bothered. And then a couple of my mates sent it in a group chat as well and said, yo, this video's crazy. So I was like, what? Seriously? They said something about Rodri or something. Don't know what he says. And then, yeah, people was messaging me saying, oh, I'll do a reaction video. So I thought, you know what? Let me just do a stream, and then we'll just we'll go through it on a stream. So, yeah, let's go through it, man. Let's see what these guys are saying. Oh, better, I've seen it. FC. I think it looks well nice, man. It's the sort of T-shirt, yeah, you can go out in and not look weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes you go out in a football kit, like sometimes you can be looking a little strange. But like that one, that looks nice. Anyway, let's get stuck in.
Very busy over the last few days. 3 signings, in fact, in the last couple of days for City. Of course, Ryan Cherki official today, making the 36 million euro move from Lyon after, 200 appearances for them and a couple caps for the French national team. Don, we were talking about this before, and I think your exact quote about the City transfer approach was, I don't get it. Why?
Because it seems like it's sporadic buy-in. It seems like they're buying players who, on paper, look like good signings. Ryan Aït-Nouri is a player that's brilliant going forward, but can't defend.
Okay, so sporadic signings. Guys waffling already. Yeah, 35 seconds into the video. Yeah, the guy's chatting absolute shit, mate. Yeah, what's he on about? Sporadic signings. Bro, I'm saying we've acted with precision. Yeah, what's he talking about? Sporadic.
So on transitions, Man City have been hurt many a time. So you're going to have a left-sided player. Left back is going to be playing really high up the pitch.
So you don't get it, 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 you don't get it. You don't understand. You don't understand. Yeah, we need a left back that can cook down the left-hand side and get us assists and goals and attack. Do you not think the club have thought about this? Yeah, it's more important that we have a left back that can get forward and create stuff for us, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Waffling already, mate. Waffling already. City's business made other... Oh, trust me, mate. Arsenal fans ought to be fuming, man, the way they're moving that hard, bro. It's a joke. Our club's moving well, mint, like proper club.
I don't get the Cherki one, even though he's got amazing talent. This is a guy that could either blow the Premier League or blow up himself because he's so amazing and he's so talented.
He's so amazing. He's so talented, but he doesn't understand why we've signed him. He's so amazing. He's so talented, but I don't understand why City have signed him. What?
How do you fit him into this team? Reinder's had a brilliant season.
How do you fit him into the team? Is he dumb? We've just lost Kevin De Bruyne.
He's not AC Milan, but how does he get into the Man City midfield? Because not just my opinion, I go back to about 3 weeks ago when Pep said, and he was quoted in saying, I'd resign if we've got a big squad. But Pep said, I want a small squad. We just added about 4 players on top.
It's called selling players, bro. We can sell players. We can sell. It's a thing where you sell a player, where you get rid of a player to another club. You say, hello, player, we don't want you anymore. Or they say, club, I don't want to be here anymore. And you say goodbye and they leave. It's called selling a player. Or sometimes you don't actually sell them. Sometimes you loan the player, where you give the player to another team for a temporary time.
Top of the 3 or 4 that he brought in the January window. And the majority of the players I look and I think, how on earth does Pep try and get them into the side when you try and pick a Man City best 11 and you haven't got Jack Grealish or Jeremy Doku or Savinho or Nico Gonzalez? Marmoush, I think, will play. But in terms of bringing Reinders in, I'm just thinking, where on earth are you going to play him? How do you get him into this team? How do
you play him next to Rodri? Who is this guy? You play him next to Rodri as an 8. Just what we used to do with Ilkay Gundogan.
How do you make a system out of these really talented players?
You play Aït-Nouri, Gvardiol, Diaz or Huzanov, and your new right back. You push Aït-Nouri forward, and then you either play with a 3 at the back or you push your right back forward and play with a 2. You play Rodri in front of the defenders as your CDM with Tijani Reinders next to him as an 8, helping out with defensive duties and getting forward. Then you play 3 attacking sort of midfielders, which is why one of the reasons we brought into Pep Linders, and you play Marmoush, Cherki and Foden, and then you play Haaland up top. It's not that difficult, man. It's not that difficult. And there's loads of systems you could play. That's the system I've played. I've seen other people, I've seen some of you guys in the chat say, LB, you could play this system or you could play that. There's loads of players.
Aït-Nouri feels like a good signing in terms of Man City going forward. But I would have thought they need a right back. Kyle Walker's going to be coming back from AC Milan. His loan spell will finish, and I think he's probably done at Man City. So I look at positions and I think surely right back was the first port of call.
The first port of call? No. The first port of call was to get a Kevin De Bruyne replacement, which we've now done. Yeah. We then needed a left back because our left back is now a centre back. Yeah. We do need a right back. You are speaking facts. We do need a right back. However, we have Cafunes who can get us through the Club World Cup. And then in the next window, we can then buy another right back.
Not another midfield player, not a left-sided player. Yes, it shifts Vardy all in one. I get why they're going to sign him, but it just looks not panicky, but it looks quite sporadic.
I could not disagree anymore. I cannot disagree anymore. I'm completely opposite to what this guy's saying. Completely opposite. I think this transfer window has been dealt with precision, yeah, with clarity, and the way we've executed has been top class. Yeah, this guy's saying sporadic. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the complete opposite on this guy, man. Completely disagree. Completely disagree.
Mark, what's the sense in Manchester about these City moves?
A bit underwhelming, really. I think.
Bit underwhelming. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed at all, mate. I'm not underwhelmed. Are you underwhelmed? I'm not underwhelmed. What theory our midfielder player of the year? Are you underwhelmed? Cherki. Are you underwhelmed? The guy who scored a fucking unbelievable goal the other day, when he volleyed it when he chipped it up with his right foot and then volleyed it with his left, and was the best player on the pitch, even though he only played 20 minutes in France versus Spain. That Cherki. I'm underwhelmed with him. Aït-Nouri. Nah, I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed.
I won't say alarm bells are ringing, but a little bit of concern over the January signings, because obviously Marmoush has come in and done really well, but the other three, Nico Gonzalez hasn't really pulled up any trees. Kujanov at the...
Nico Gonzalez hasn't pulled up any tree. Nico Gonzalez has been fine. He's coming in, he's been solid, man. Pep just wanted to trust the loyal guys. This season, Nico Gonzalez is going to get plenty of game time. Yeah, Huzanov been mega. What's he talking about? Huzanov been a mega player for us. Again, he just wanted to play Diaz, which is fair dues. Yeah, and obviously Vita Hayes is a young player. So, again, what are we doing here, man?
Oh, but the other three, Nico Gonzalez hasn't really pulled up any trees. Kujanov at the back has just disappeared off the face of the earth. He had a terrible start, redeemed himself a bit, and then he's not been anywhere near the squad.
Everyone loves to speak about that first 5 minutes against Chelsea, don't they, chat? Chat, don't they love to speak about that first 5 minutes against Chelsea? They love it. They love it, man. They love it. No, it's not like he's played another, 6 or 7 games and he was mint. Yeah, actually won our player of the month in one of the months. Like, changed the way we defended with the pace. They love it. They love to speak about that 5 minutes, man. Yeah, when he made one mistake. It's crazy.
And Victor Reis is a kid that hasn't really done anything yet. So they've got a new director of football. Obviously, Chiki Bagirisan has left the club now, and they brought in Hugo Baiano from Sporting Lisbon. So this is a test of him as well. And I'm just looking at those signings, and over the years, I've got used to City signing, top shelf signings: Yaya Toure, Samir Nasri, Erling Haaland, Jack Grealish, all these great players that everybody else wanted. City were always beating teams to the best players. That is a list of players that doesn't strike me as players that other teams have been trying to fight City for. Rain, this is a good player. He'll do well. He'll be box to box, but he's no Kevin De Bruyne.
He's not. He's not meant to be Kevin De Bruyne. He's not meant to be. He's not meant to be Kevin De Bruyne, mate. No. He's the Gundogan replacement that we should have signed 2 years ago. He's not meant to be the Kevin De Bruyne replacement, mate.
City 4, Rain, this is a good player. He'll do well. He'll be box to box, but he's no Kevin De Bruyne. And it's just, and as Don said about Al-Nouri and Cherki, they could go either way. And Bettinelli is a kid that's been.
They could go either way. What? Isn't that the same with any signing ever made? Isn't that the case with any signing that any club has ever made in their history? It could go any way. Oh, that's mad, guys. They could go any way. Oh, mad. Did he say Bettinelli's a kid? No, he didn't.
Al-Nouri and Cherki, they could go either way. And Bettinelli is a kid that's been third choice at Chelsea for the last 3 or 4 years.
A kid? A kid? He's 33 years old. He's 33. He's 33 years old, man. He's a third choice goalkeeper. He's never going to play. Why are we speaking about him for?
He's just replaced the third choice goalkeeper. So I don't know. I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I think that there's a big question mark over what City do next, because obviously they've got the Club World Cup. Haaland is their superstar. He's got a 9-year contract, but I'm just not sure about what the quality of the signing says. I think they've dropped off a level. And when you drop off a level, when you start replacing great players with good players, that's when the decline sets in. And I think that's what I'd be worried about if I was Man City right now, that they are in danger of repeating the mistakes of all the great teams of the past. Stevie's Liverpool, Man United under Sir Alex Ferguson. They get to a point where they bring in...
Whoa. Man United, went to Everton and bought Marouane Fellaini. Yeah? Let's not do this. Yeah? Let's not do this. Yeah? We're buying midfielder of the year from Serie A who's got 20 GA in a shit AC Milan team. Yeah? They went out and bought Marouane Fellaini, guys.
Inferior players to replace the legends that have gone before them, and I think City are in that position.
They're not inferior though, because they're not inferior. This is not true. They're not inferior because the players that we're replacing are not the quality players that we've had years ago. Gundogan, who's being replaced, is not the Gundogan of 3, 4, 5 years ago. Kevin De Bruyne, who we're replacing, is not the Kevin De Bruyne of 2, 3, 4 years ago. Don't remember when he had a week off and he played against Real Madrid? He got subbed off after 60 minutes. Yeah. Kyle Walker. We've not got a right back yet. Let's say we do sign a... Bro, this guy, he's not good anymore, man. So we're not replacing the best right back of the Premier League era. We're replacing the current Kyle Walker. If we sold Kevin De Bruyne, 3 years ago, and then bought Cherki when he was 17, fairs. If we sold Gundogan 4 years ago and bought Tijani Reinders from AZ Alkmaar 3 years ago, fairs, but we're not. And we finished third with those players.
I think that's the biggest problem they'll have. you know, because we're used to City bringing in players that we would class as experienced and finished articles. All those players that Augie was talking about there. But then you look at the list, yes, they're all young, and yes, you can talk about potential and future. And
They're not all young. They're not all young. They're not all young. That's just a lie. That's not that. Fucking Bettinelli, yeah, who you wanted to speak about for some reason, is 33. And Reinders is 26. And Eichner is 24. These are not young players. He's not a young player. Eichner has been in the Premier League 5 years. He's been in the Premier League 5 years, and he's 24 years old. He's not young. And Reinders is 26. And we saying he's not a finished article. He's just won midfielder of the year in Serie A. Is that not finished article? Like, how much more do you need to be a finished article if you're winning the best? Literally, there's 20 teams in that league, yeah, and most teams will play with 3 midfielders. Yeah, what's that, chat? What's 20 times 3? Yeah, what's 20 times 3? Someone do the quick maths. 60. So out of 60 players, he's the best one. He's literally the best player. Yeah, but he's not finished article. So how does he become a finished article then if he's 26 and one of the best player in Italy? And by the way, that's a league with Barella in it. That's a league with Barella. Yeah? And he won the best midfielder.
and growing and getting better. But Man City, as a club right now, are expected to win. They're expected to be fighting for the Premier League.
Possible Man City starting 11. Okay, so straight away, this is shit, yeah. Because you've got Rico Lewis at right back. You've got Kovacic in midfield. Nah, man, this is too much, chat. This is too much, man. They've got Kovacic in midfield, mate. They don't have a clue, mate. These guys don't have a clue. That is wild. That is just absolutely incredible. It's incredible. They just don't know, though. They don't know what they're talking about, do they? They don't know what they're talking about. Yeah? They have no idea what they're talking about. Madness. Cisco says, this same group of ESPN asshats slated PSG for being too young, blah, 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 says Cisco with the 5. Did they really? Did they really? Interesting, that, innit? Interesting, bro. Yeah, bro, to be honest with you, yeah, I thought our media in this country for football was bad. But if you guys have to listen to this in America, fuck me. Jeez. Yes, LB, this Cherky nonsense is giving Paul Merson KDB vibes. They're scared because they hoped we'd fallen off, but we've shown we're not going to. Tom, it doesn't make sense, mate, because he said, what did he say? He said he's an unbelievable talent and a top player, but he doesn't understand why we've signed him. What are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? Crazy, mate. Honestly, it's crazy. Yeah, it don't make sense. And big up to Lee as well. Says the iPaper understands City remain in the market for a right back. Newcastle, for a right back. Newcastle United to sell Liverpool have met with a resounding not for sale. Interesting. We'll have to see then, innit? Tough one, man. Tough. We'll see what happens. I hope we get him off here. Are you a Newcastle fan, Lee? I assume. Yeah, I hope we get him, but yeah, it's not looking likely at the moment. It's not looking likely, pal. But yeah, big up for the super chats, boys. Let's continue with this waffle, yeah, and see what else they have to say.
Expected to be fighting for the Champions League. And when you bring in so many young players who are not quite experienced yet.
So many young players. Why does he keep saying they're young? Is 24 young? I don't think 24 is young. If you're 24 and you've played 5 years of Premier League football, I don't think you should be considered young. I'm sorry, I don't. Do you? 24? He's played 5 years of Premier League football. He's calling him young. I'd say anything under 23. Yeah, and this guy's 24. And he's played 5 years. And Tijani Randers is 26. 26. And he's saying he's young.
We're talking about how will Wirtz handle the pressure of going to Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Well, how will all of these young guys and all these players handle the pressure of having to win at Manchester City? Plus, you got Pep. You got Pep who's going to try and mould them into this slow build up, and then
what a load of fucking nonsense! What a load of shite! What a load of shite, man! What a load of shite! Nah, man. This is let me turn the lights down, man. These lights are blinding my eyes. I'm blinded by the lights. Nah, this is crazy. This is one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. I knew this would be a cracker. When I watched the first 2 minutes this morning, I thought, yeah, let me hold this. Let me hold this for tonight. This is a cracker. Honestly, you got to savor the moment here, chat. This is special. This is really special.
You're at the edge of the box and you're looking for little sharp move. I mean, that's
Cherky.
None of these guys do it. Cherky's the only one for me.
He's a maverick.
Fits.
He's a maverick, so he doesn't fit into a Guardiola.
But he's the only one that fits.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, it's not like this guy managed Lionel Messi. Is it? He didn't manage Lionel Messi, did he? No, he didn't. He didn't. No, he fucking did. He did. He did it. He won 2 Champions Leagues. Oh my days. What is it with these guys? They're so lazy. It's such a lazy narrative. I can take it from rival fans, because rival fans are rival fans. Yeah, and they're not doing this for a living. But when you've got people like this who are doing this as a job, it's crazy. These are some horrific takes.
Fits because when they're sitting on the edge of the box, he's a guy that's got a bit of magic. But for everybody else, it's going to be a whole learning process. So how are they supposed to compete at the top of the league next season with so many young players, so many new faces, and figuring out a different way of playing, basically? Because that's
why is the producer not saying into the ear, yo, the guy's 26. The guy's 26 years old, bro. Why you keep calling him young? Why you keep calling Ike Nori young when he's 24 and has played in the Premier League for 5 years? 5 years he's been in the Premier League. He's 24. The other guy's 26. Why is the producer not saying it into it? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here?
I think Oggy made a fantastic point there. How many other teams in the Premier League were chasing these guys that they signed?
Liverpool. Liverpool. Arnie Slot, confirmed by David Ornstein, had a conversation with Ryan Cherky, wanted him at Liverpool. So Liverpool, the Premier League champions. Yeah, so that's one. Jot that down for one, pal. Yeah. Reinders, I don't know, but he's midfielder of the year in Serie A, so I'll take that. And Ike Nori's a baller anyway.
Liverpool, Arsenal in for Cherky or Ryan Nori?
Yeah.
Answer's no.
No. No, the answer isn't no. No, that's a lie. See what you're doing now, bro. You're lying. We're going to have to pull it up, chap. Sorry. You're lying, bro. Chat is lying. He's lying. Look. Proof. Liverpool boss Arnie Slot flew to the south of France last week for talks with Ryan Cherky, honouring meeting scheduled before Florian Wirtz chase accelerated. Oh, why you always lying? Oh my God, caught in 4K. You've just been caught in 4K, my friend. Yeah, let's just rewind. Yeah, let's just rewind on that chat.
That signed. Were Liverpool, Arsenal in for Cherky or Ryan Nori? Answer's no.
The way he says it's so funny. The answer's no. No. The answer's yeah, bro. Yeah, the answer's yeah. The answer ain't no. Yeah, the answer ain't no. The answer's yes. Yeah, you're lying. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll just expose on the YouTube channel because your producer should have saved you here, mate. Yeah, I'll be real. I kind of feel sorry for you a little bit. Yeah. I kind of feel sorry a little bit because the producer should have saved him, man. Yeah, but the producer he's just fucking him over, innit? Let's continue.
Now that you agree with these guys, I mean, it's a lot of money to spend. We just saw the graphic to be called underwhelming, but I don't disagree with Mark.
No. Where does he get in the team? Where does Cherky get in the team?
Where do I put him?
Yeah.
I'd take Phil Foden out and I put Ryan Cherky in. Right?
You disagree with that? After how Phil Foden played last year?
I mean, I can't disagree with
There you
Foden.
go.
No. I can't disagree with Foden's form last year. But a proper Phil Foden's a better player than Ryan Cherky. He's more consistent.
You're banking on him coming back to that player.
He can. Surely he can. Everyone can have one season where you're not flying.
Ale.
All I'm saying is there's potential for this to be good investment for Manchester City. And comparably speaking to other investment that other clubs have made, there's potential for this to be positive for Manchester City in the end. But it is going to be, and to your point, the question you're asking me as if I'm making the decisions. I'm not making the decisions. Pep Guardiola is the one that's going to have to figure this out. And in order to fit in a guy like Ryan Cherky, there's got to be flexibility from Pep Guardiola and saying, hey, I know this guy has the magic that Stevie's talking about. Let me free him up so that he can show that magic. Again, there's got to be flexibility. We have to have give and take from Pep Guardiola. And maybe, and there are a lot of maybes here and a lot of ifs, but maybe the experiences from last season is something that Pep Guardiola can also learn from so that he can find who are the players that he can trust and how can he get the best out of players going outside of the things that he feels comfortable with. Ryan Cherky is something that probably is a player that maybe makes Pep Guardiola uncomfortable.
Okay, so this guy's not as bad as the other people. Yeah, I'll be real. We can't be cooking everyone. He's not as bad as the other two. Yeah. However, I don't get this thing about Pep feels uncomfortable. Where has this come from, chat? Chat, where has this come from? What's he on about? Yeah, what's he on about? He's uncomfortable. Why would he sign him if he was uncomfortable, man?
But can you allow yourself to be uncomfortable and allow that player to express himself in the way that
I'm just thinking Ruben Diaz and Vardy are going to be screaming at their midfield players and their fullbacks. Any chance to use defending?
Hey,
bro, they're going to have Rodri and Reinders in front of him, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
But Rodri's coming back. I thought Rodri was the difference to everything. Rodri's coming back. Is that not a silver lining?
Unless they're just going to blow teams by 6 and 7s again.
Yeah, real quick to Mark. Is there a sense that City's done? I mean, they were so poor defensively last year. You'd figure they might spend some money at the back, aside from an attacking outside back.
We've signed Nori, yeah. We've signed Race. We've signed Huzanov. And we're going to sign a right back. And we had mad injury issues.
Yeah, I mean, they might need a goalkeeper because there's always a lot of uncertainty over Edison. So Edison might be needed to replace. And the situation at right back is that he started using Mateus Nunes there because he actually said he's not clever enough to play midfield. The guy they paid £50 million for to play midfield, Pep said last season he's not clever enough to play midfield, so he's put him right back. So you've got Nunes, you've got Kuznetsov if he comes back, you've got Akanji. They can fill in at right back. So, but with Man City, you know, they're always capable of spending. They have got a lot of money still banked up from the last couple of years. So they could make another couple of moves after the Club World Cup. So I don't think City are done yet. And I think they need to do.
I feel like this guy's a bit salty, Chad. I can't lie.
Do some more business as well, really, because that squad doesn't look strong enough to me to win the Premier League.
It's interesting the word they used there, filling in. Because that's what it looks like and sounds like and is. That's what they've been doing all last season, filling in. Nunes is absolutely a fill-in. Ruben Diaz is past his best. You know, Guardiola was great when he signed him. Then he was shifted out to full-back. Now he's back in centre-back.
So when they drop back into the...
Yo, he's cooked Diaz, bro.
Ruben Diaz is past his best.
No way. As if he said that. Yo, that's a madness. As if he said that, bro. How old is Diaz? He's not old, is he? He's 28 and he's saying he's finished. That's a madness. Surely he's not finished.
You know, Guardiola was great when he signed him. Then he was shifted out to full-back. Now,
also, this guy speaking about Nunes filling in at right back, yeah? Does he just completely forget that Kyle Walker decided to leave the football club in January? Now, I'm saying that is the correct thing because he was bad. But does he just? Are we just forgetting that? Are we just going over that? That our right back just decided to leave the country in January. We'll just forget that.
So he's back in centre back.
So when they drop back into the transfer market, you think they should be spending it in defence?
Absolutely, they should be spending it in defence.
It's kind of obvious. It's the most goals they've conceded since Pep arrived last year.
If can I just say I was trying to provide some silver lining for Manchester City.
Sorry.
If Mateus Nunes is playing right back for Manchester City when we start the season next year, then everything that I just said, scrap it. Okay, it's all gone. No silver lining.
Interesting video, chat. Very, very interesting. What's this thing about Rodri? People said he spoke about Rodri, chat. People said he slandered Rodri. What was the Rodri slander? Where was the Rodri slander? I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of waffle in that. I can't lie. I feel like there's a lot of waffle. Yeah. All right, should we go back and watch one of the videos from the transfer window back in January and see what they said about our signings? See what they said about Marmoush. I wonder if they spoke about Marmoush. I wonder if they spoke about... If I type in Marmoush. Let's see what they said about Marmoush. Yeah, chat. Yeah, we've got one. Oh my God, no way. They've got one here.
Talk at the moment is the future of Omar Marmoush. He, of course, has been scintillating for Eintracht Frankfurt. Fantastic season for him so far. 18 goals so far with 11 assists as we welcome in Frank LeBoeuf to the show. We'll be hearing Frank in a moment. Ali, of course, as someone who follows Eintracht Frankfurt and the Bundesliga very closely, how would you think he would fit in at Manchester City? Is he the missing piece?
Well, one of the missing pieces. I think the role that he could have at Manchester City, it's obviously not taking over Erling Haaland. And so how can he fit in? Well, he can do the Julian Alvarez role.
Right.
And that I think Omar Marmoush can bring to this team.
I don't know who this guy is, yeah, but this guy has a bit of sense about him. Who is this? This guy has a little bit of sense about him, man. We got to be fair, chat, yeah? We got to be fair. This guy seems like he has a little bit of sense, man. I'll be real.
He'll bring a change of pace that they don't quite have across the board. And he does have speed. He does have finishing qualities. Now, what's really critical for Omar Marmoush and whoever signs with Manchester City is, can they make the jump? Is he good enough to make that jump? He has been really good this season. He has been lights out when it comes to finishing his chances. Very clean, playing with a whole lot of confidence. That brings about a lot of expectation, and that brings about attention from clubs that perhaps you didn't think would be associated with Omar Marmoush. None of us at the beginning of the season would have been like, you know who we think would be really good for Manchester City? Would be that guy, Omar Marmoush. And yet his performances have warranted this sort of attention. If it is based on the performance that he has had with Eintracht Frankfurt, then yes, he can play an important role for Manchester City alongside Erling Haaland, certainly not in place of Erling Haaland.
What do you think, Stevie?
Fair. That's fair. That was 100% fair, chat, innit? This guy's basically said he's been playing mint for Frankfurt. If he comes in and plays next to Haaland or behind Haaland or whatever, he'll be fine in the Alvarez role, but he ain't a Haaland replacement. Fairs.
If you're Marmoush...
Oh, man. If you're Marmoush, what the fuck is he saying?
You want to go and play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason Julian Alvarez left, because he didn't play in the big games. If you're Marmoush, you have to look at that and think, is that going to be me?
Right.
I mean, forget all the stuff that's going on, whether the manager's going to stay or go, regardless of whether he signed an extension.
Whether they get relegated.
What's going to happen with the points deduction?
Yeah.
Relegate. So I'm not so sure. If I'm Marmoush, I certainly... Look, if I'm told I'm playing, I think that changes it. But I don't think Pep's telling me he's playing.
What do you think, Frank?
So so he thinks Pep's going to go to Marmoush and say, "Hi, mate, want you to join the club, but you're not going to be playing." Yeah? All right. Sweet.
I exactly think like Stevie. I mean, I tried to put my feet on Marmoush.
This guy's got horrendous takes. We've already established that. So this guy here, this Moreno guy, yeah, fair guy. Yeah, we might not agree with some of the stuff that he says, but fair, pretty balanced. This guy, yeah, don't know what he's talking about. We got a new player, chat. New player who's entered the arena. Who's this guy, chat? Who's this guy?
Boots, and I wonder, what I would do if I were him, and I wouldn't go. If I feel that I don't have a chance to play because I have one of the best striker in the world, one of the most efficient striker in the world. Therefore, I won't have a chance to play, except maybe the FA Cup. I won't go because I play. I play for Frankfurt. Yeah, it's not Manchester City, but I play. And I will have a chance to maybe seduce another club where it's going to be bigger.
He's not playing. Let's have a look at Marmoush's minutes this season then, chat, yeah? Let's take a look at this this minutes of Omar Marmoush since he joined Manchester City Football Club, guys. So, first Real Madrid game. Remember, this was just after he joined. Come off the bench, started the away leg. Premier League, started, benched, come off the bench. Started, come off the bench, started. So started every single game in the Premier League apart from 2. He come off the bench in both of those games. FA Cup, started, Plymouth on the bench. Bournemouth off the bench, Forest started, FA Cup final, started. So out of every single game available to Marmoush since he joined the football club, he's only not started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 of them were FA Cup games. One of them was Plymouth. One was a Champions League game. He'd been here about a week. Unbelievable scenes.
And I can play. But what the point to go to Manchester City and to be on the bench? Yeah, money-wise, that will make a difference. Yeah, I would say in terms of being more known than he is right now, yeah, it's a point. But we are talking about football. I was a football player. What I wanted is to play. To be on the bench, not interested. I've been a couple of times with national team, boring. Can be okay for once, but not for the whole season. So I think Omar Marmoush, if he loves football, if he's not sure to play, shouldn't go.
Now, to be fair, Omar Marmoush, when he plays for Eintracht Frankfurt, he does play alongside another striker in Hugo.
W Moreno in the chat. 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 W Moreno. This guy, yeah, actually fucking knows what he's talking about. This guy actually knows what he's talking about. He's not replacing Haaland, bro. He's not replacing Haaland. He's replacing Alvarez, which is what the guy said. You know what's mad about this, yeah? You know what's actually crazy about this? Is this guy said this before the other 2 actually spoke. So he's letting these 2 guys know. He's saying, listen, he's not coming in as a Haaland replacement or a Haaland backup. He's coming in to do what Alvarez did last year. Alvarez, as we all know, played pure games last year for City. Loads. He played loads of games. This guy started the conversation off by, and yet these next 2 people, yeah, just didn't even see it, man.
And so the question is whether Guardiola is willing to change the way he approaches the setup of his team. Marmoush can play alongside another striker. In fact, he'll play underneath. He'll play in wider areas. He'll look to combine. The other big question is Erling Haaland the sort of guy that can play alongside another striker? And that is a problem.
Now, the concern maybe as well, if I'm a Manchester City fan, is looking at the list of Eintracht Frankfurt.
Not sure why that was a problem. I don't know why he said that was a problem for Haaland, but okay.
Strikers who've caught the headlines in the past and who've made big money moves away, but none of them, I think it's fair to say, have set the world on fire when you take a look at the numbers and what they did at Eintracht Frankfurt and then on to their next club.
Yeah. I suppose it's a fair observation. And
okay, so what should have happened here, yeah, is he should have said Marmoush is not the same type of striker as these. Yeah, he should have said, yeah, fairs. However, like I said at the start of the video, Marmoush is not going to Manchester City, yeah, to be a proper striker. He's going to be a backup, or not backup, sorry, like a Alvarez. So he's going to play off the striker. It's just not the same. It's not you can't, yeah, exactly. You can't compare them. These are not fair. These are not legitimate comparisons. They're not comparisons you can do.
And I suppose that we can talk about Colomboani and Allen and Jovic and Silva and say, well, it just doesn't translate. But we can only evaluate Marmoush based upon what he's doing currently, not upon what Colomboani did or didn't do, or Jovic did and didn't do.
This guy, man, I actually like you, bro. You're pretty good, man. I can't lie.
and now you get into a whole conversation as to whether goals in Bundesliga are less worthy than goals in the Premier League, and that's a slippery slope. When you have a guy that can finish, and Marmoush has proven at least this season that he can finish consistently, then it's worth taking a look. And if you're Manchester City, it's not like you've been explosive in the attack, and so you're looking for different type of players, different type of options.
Yep.
Omar Marmoush would give you that.
Fairs, man. He actually speaks like a bit of facts, I can't lie. Yeah. And I didn't agree with his take about Haaland. It's a problem, Haaland having a player next to him. I thought that was a bit of an L. But like on the whole chat, like he's balanced, isn't it? Like you don't have to agree with everything he says. Like he can have his own opinions that we don't agree with, but like he's fair, isn't it? He's very balanced, man. And he's actually knowledgeable. You can tell he watches football, innit, chat? I can tell he watches loads of football. I know he watches pure Bundesliga games. I know he watches Premier. I know this guy is sat there watching loads of games. He's doing a scout along, yeah? Where with due respect, that other guy next to him, he ain't watching Frankfurt, mate. The guy doesn't watch Frankfurt. Yeah, and that's why he didn't know that Marmoush was not going to be the main striker and he's going to play off Haaland. He doesn't know that. Yeah, he doesn't know that. You know? Steve, yeah, it's this guy, man. Watch the Wirtz one. We'll see the Wirtz one in a minute. We'll see the Wirtz one in a minute. ESPN, envious, spiteful, pugnacious. What the hell does that mean? Pugnacious narcissist. Bro, I never heard that word before in my life. Pugnacious. Easy to quick or argue. That's mad. I've never heard that word before. That's crazy. Yeah. Mate, it's mad, isn't it? I can't believe some of the arguments that they're using. It's actually wild, Mark. Big up for the two. No, you just educated me. Big up Anakin, who says, bro, who hires these clowns to talk about football? Probably because they say these sort of things, innit? And then people like me get fucking reeled into it. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he might. I told you though, the guys, innit? The way mainstream media is going with the football, they're turning into YouTubers, man, with the clickbait. I've told you that for time, innit? You know what I mean? Because they want the views, man. They don't want YouTubers getting the views. They want the views. And that's why they put out these. I think that's why they do it. I think that's why they do it, man, personally. Big up Massam says, I need to cleanse the video after watching. Any ideas? Go watch the treble. Go watch the treble watch along. Watch the celebrations, bro. Pep didn't ruin Grealish. Grealish ruined Pep, says Massam. Yeah, Pep didn't ruin Grealish. Just didn't work out. Yeah, people just blame Pep. It wasn't Pep's fault. Feels so bad for Nadem having to work with you. Bro, honestly, Nadem's legit, man. Yeah, I don't see everything he says in it, but like, bro, when I see him speaking, Nadem Manua is like actually like legit. Like he's so good, man. He's actually so good. Yeah, I watched this one.
Moment is the future of
I just seen another video then about chat.
for Manchester City. It's all
Let's watch this one. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this one, chat. Oh, here we go.
For Manchester City, it's all about now trying to bring in reinforcements between now and the end of the transfer window to try and get that push very much back on track into a top four place. And Jules, we talked about it. It looks very close to being done now, doesn't it? Marmoush making that move from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. I suppose the question that City fans will want answered is, where is he going to play? Is he going to be two up top with Haaland?
Not straight away, no. I think this is a possibility and he will give you that option, a bit like what Alvarez used to give you at times. And we've seen Marmoush this season in the front two at Frankfurt with Ekitike, who's a very different player to Haaland to play with. Ekitike plays with you. Haaland plays next to you pretty much. This is what it will be. Haaland doesn't link up with anybody really. What was it? Ekitike is that kind of player. So him and Marmoush just made just the perfect partnership. For Haaland and Marmoush, it won't be the same. But this is a possibility. Great. Marmoush on his own up front can do it. He's very quick. He's smart. He runs the channel well. He makes good movement. That could work. It would need a bit of time to adapt, but that could work because, again, he's much better with another forward next to him. And he can play wide. It's still a lot of money for somebody who doesn't seem to...
Why have two people now, though, said that Haaland can't play with another player next to him? Have we got evidence of this that I don't know about? I'm not saying it. I'm saying, have I missed something here? Have we Has this happened before? Has it happened at Dortmund or for Norway? Or has he played with another striker and it's just not worked or something? Why are they saying that Haaland can't play with another striker?
To be straight of a fit in a way, but they need bodies, they need covers. Haaland can't play every single minute like he's been doing. Even some of the wide players haven't been good enough this season. So Marmoush can do a bit of all of that. And I guess it's quite exciting considering he's currently the best player in the Bundesliga. To come over to the Premier League and see how he does in our league would be quite interesting.
I have a lot of his goals that I've seen him score for Frankfurt have been coming off the wider area, making the runs from outside to inside. He is very quick, and at times City have struggled in those areas. Savinho's been a bit better recently, but Doku's inconsistent. Grealish has been out of form. Foden has been out of form. Whoever's played sort of right and left, it's been an area where they've struggled in now. They have a lot to choose from here. The one thing that I would say is there is not one player in there that's going to do me a defensive job.
It might be time to pack up, lads. What time is it? 11:11. What? Jack Grealish? Foden? Bernardo Silva? Matheus Nunes? What's he chatting shit for?
Right. Really? So we're talking about goals, right? And when we're thinking about, and I know Man City are going to try and be busy in this transfer window and next. But when we're talking about City, yes, you're adding a goal threat. But man, we saw it. If you watched the Brentford game the other night, they are giving teams. They are very open in the middle of the park. They are very weak at times at the back.
See what happened there. Yeah, this is what I was. We had these conversations at the time. Everybody was so focused on the midfield because our midfield was so dead. Everyone was like, midfield. But it was like, no, the attack's bad as well. We weren't scoring goals, man. We needed to score more goals, bro. Yeah? You needed to score more. Yo, big up lads, man. Also, why is bro on about defensive jobs when analysing an attacking option? It's crazy, mate. It's actually so wild, man. It's actually so wild. It's just bad, mate. It's crazy what some of these guys say. Honestly, I don't know how they get away with it.
So there are multiple.
Yo, big up Denton, man, coming in with a one gifted. All right, come on, man. I could be using the chat. Go on, Denton. Big up to you, bro.
Areas of this.
Yeah, we're talking about a couple of defenders that they've been chasing. We'll get the latest on that with Jules. Just a word from you on Mamouche, Stevie.
I'm not sure where he fits in.
Oh, God. Does this guy just say this about every player? Is this his go-to line? Is this his go-to line, chat? I'm not sure where he fits in. Oh, my dear. It's your job. Sure, it's your job to tell us where he fits in, bro. It's your job. That's your job as a pundit. He says, I think he's going to fit in like this. Yeah, or if you think it's going to be shit, say it with chest. Say it with chest. Say this is a dead signing. I guarantee you this ain't going to work because he will not fit in the team. Don't just sit there and say, I don't know where he's going to fit on. What are you doing on the TV then? What are you doing on the TV? Either tell us where he's going to fit in the team or tell us it's going to be a dead signing and you're all going to be coming back in 6 months and saying, told you, well done, Steve, you know what he's on about. Don't just sit there and say, I don't know.
I'm really not because, you know, Craig's talking about the goals that he's scored.
No, don't know.
He's drifted from the middle to the left-hand side. That's a different ball game than what Man City do, where you stand on the wide area. Right. That's a completely different scenario. And he's certainly not starting ahead of Haaland. So I just wonder, I'm just a little surprised that he's sort of right now gone and he's going to sign for Manchester City. I don't see how he walks into the team.
He doesn't see how he's going to walk in the team when we have Savio who can't score a goal, Jack Grealish who doesn't score a goal, and Doku who's mad inconsistent. What is he on about, bro? Does this guy actually watch us? Does he actually watch us? What?
One last thing. How much is it going to cost, Jules?
We think around 65 million euros, which is a lot of money. And we knew City were going to spend, but I don't think any of us thought they would spend that much, because the tally at the end will be 200 million. And spending 200 million euros in January is unprecedented. It never happened before.
Chelsea did it about 3 years ago, no? I swear Chelsea spent like 300 million or something. Oh, someone fact check that for me, someone chat. I swear Chelsea spent like 250 or something about 2 or 3 years ago in January, no?
And certainly a lot of that money was not planned to be spent this month. It's just they have obviously been so bad and in crisis that they feel they have to spend. But you wonder how many of those signings are a bit of panic signing. Let's do them. We need something. We're not. But that's a lot of money to invest in January.
Would you? So let me ask you a question, chat. Yeah. So it's a fair, reasonable question. Did City panic? If you're panicking, right? Would you go out and buy Huzanov from Lens? If you're panicking, would you go out and buy Vitor Hayes from Palmeiras? No, you just wouldn't, would you? If you're panicking, you're going to go and get fucking Mark Way. You're going to go and get Jared Branthwaite. You're going to go and sign a more ready-made centre-back option. So 2 out of the 4 players that we signed in January, you're not. Yeah? Marmoush would be ridiculous to call him a panic buy anyway, because you said, not me, you, said he's the best player in the Bundesliga this year. That's what this guy said on the screen 2 minutes ago. Yeah, so who gives a shit if you're buying the best player from the Bundesliga if you're panicking? The only one that you could possibly argue as a panic buy, which I still don't think you can really argue it, is Nico Gonzalez, because we needed a midfielder anyway. And the only reason you can say he's a panic buy is because we bought him in the last minute of the window. But I still don't think you can really, I don't think you've got a great argument, if I'm being completely honest. So again, none of the signings for me you can say were panic buys.
Okay, as Craig mentioned, of course, they need defenders. They've been linked to 2, haven't they? Kushyanov and Rice. Tell us about them. We'll talk about Cambiasso in a minute. Let's talk about Kushyanov first, shall we? And Rice. These players are going to come in and start, Jules?
It's a great question. I mean, for Vitor Reis, who's a young Brazilian who's never left Brazil, who looks very, very good and has a lot of potential again, and City with him and Kushyanov would have brought the potential first and foremost. But Reis, I think we need a bit of time. Kushyanov at least has been in Ligue 1, in one of the big 5 leagues for 18 months now, coming from Belarus. We talked a little bit about it yesterday with Craig. This is one of the most profitable transfers ever, considering Lens bought him for £84,000 and are about to sell him for pretty much 45. It's just 45 million. It's a 44.9 million profit on one centre-back who's 20, Uzbek international. Again, huge potential because he's quick, he's tall. He's the only player in the big 5 leagues to have won 80% of his ground duels, more than 80% of his aerial duels, and as well has more than 80% pass accuracy. So he can play. He's very strong. Good luck to try to beat him or dribble past him. However, he's only played 30 games in France. Wow. This is nothing. He's a baby. So I don't know when he'll be ready, but I think at City, they're hoping that he can be ready pretty quickly.
Okay. And also, of course, inevitably, City needs someone to come into that midfield with legs to replace Rodri. Cambiasso, of course, a man who has been linked to a move.
And they don't want to buy a player they're going to swallow it to the
in January and don't sign a number 6. This is ridiculous. Well, I hope for them they do.
Well, I think the only reason can be is that they're going to swallow it to the summer, knowing that Rodri's going to be back, and they don't want to buy a player that's going to be maybe the next Calvin Phillips.
Right.
But it's a big void for another 4 or 5 months, and it's questionable whether they can get through that period. But that's the only thing I can think of, that they don't want to spend money there, knowing that Rodri will be back, fully fit and ready to go next season.
It's really unlike them, though, isn't it?
Well, it's panic time.
Well, it is. But how do you get yourself? How does a club that's been so well run for so long get in a position where they need players defensively in the middle of the park and up front? How do you fall into that hole?
Just the signings you've made recently haven't been good enough.
Because we fucked up, bro. That's why.
It seems crazy that the way that Man City's been run from when they took over to now has been just so. It's just been almost perfect, and yet all of a sudden it seems like they've fallen off the edge of the cliff in terms of organisation.
Yeah, that's because our summer transfer window was ass, bro. Yeah, that's facts, but that's because we was ass. in the summer. We should
Yes,
have done the
people, it's
report.
right.
Anyway, let's have a look at some more. You guys want me to watch this Wirtz clip? What Wirtz clip? What's Wirtz clip? Yeah, I don't know what Wirtz clip you're on about, chat. What Wirtz clip you're on about? Where do I find this? Shout out to Makango, says, please react to could Thomas Frank succeed at Tottenham plus impact of Man City's transfer skip to City. They asked Will Rodri. Yeah, bro, I've seen this. People were saying it. People have been saying this today. They're asking about Rodri. Where's he going to fit into the team? Where is this video? Well, I don't know where it is. Where can I find the video? I've seen this. Everyone on Twitter today was saying, "Oh, they're questioning where Rodri's going to get in the team." You sent me to on Twitter. Bit up, man. Let me get it. Let me pull it up. There we go. Yes, Kirby lad. What a guy. Right, I've got it, chat. I've got it. 6 minutes, yeah. Right.
Another sign for him.
Wow, there we go. That's
Honestly,
honestly.
like he didn't think it was going to get back.
Maybe he did.
No, of course he did.
Saved him the hassle. Meanwhile, speaking of signings, Manchester City looking, of course, to build on what was a terrible season last year. Looking at reports, obviously we still got some that may come in, but Aït-Nouri is a done deal, Gab?
It looks that way. Certainly, he's coming in for that left-sided defensive position. But he's not, obviously, those who've seen him at Wolves, he's not just your up and down left back who runs in straight lines. He's a very technically gifted player. I think this means the end of Josko Gvardiol at left back.
Facts, but that's good because we want him at centre back.
We'll put him in the middle where he can do, lead the defense from the center back role alongside Ruben Diaz. The other signings, as you mentioned there, with Tijani Reinders, we knew that was happening. I think what you're getting is a lot of energy. There have been some disciplinary issues with Aït-Nouri in the back. You assume that
disciplinary issues. I don't know about this. Let's fact check this. Is this true? Transfer marked. Ryan Aït-Nouri. Is this facts? I don't find out. Yeah, it could be by club. Stats by club. Red cards. What? He's had one red card in his career in 150. Bro, in 180 games. He's had one red card. Disciplinary issues at the back. Maybe it just means bad defending. Why would you say it like that, though? That's a weird way of saying it, isn't it? I've never heard anyone say it like that. All right, okay, we'll let him off on that one.
that's going. We won't have that with Pep. Pep doesn't quite put up with that. But he's a very solid signing. Reinders, I had a monster season for Milan. Played both as an 8 and as a 10. He's a high energy guy. He's always positive. He always has like a smile on his face. Always puts in the effort. Teammates absolutely love him, and I think he's developed into a real leader. Maybe some might say a late bloomer, but what a mid.
I thought he was young. Now they're calling him a late bloomer. Fucking hell. Guys, you gotta make your mind up, man. He can't be a late bloomer and young.
Fielder he is.
You're saying both are panic buys?
No, I don't get this joined up thinking from Pep signing these players, because where's Nico Gonzalez going to play if they sign Reinders, if they sign Cherky? Where's Rodri going to play? Where's...
This is quality stuff, man. This is quality stuff. Honestly, man, what are we doing here?
Hey! Hey! Have a fucking word with him then, ref! Hey!
Kovacic going to play?
Where's Kovacic going to play? What? Where's Kovacic? What do you mean, where's Kovacic going to play? He's going to be on a bench, bro. What do you mean, where's Kovacic going to play?
They've got so many midfield. Marmoush is another one, who's at number 10. Where are all these guys going to play? Ryan Aït-Nouri, I watched him about 5.
Does this guy realise that we're going to play between 50 and 70 games this season? Does he not realise it? Does he not realise we can... Yeah, exactly, Metalton. Facts, bro. Rotation doesn't exist. We're not allowed to rotate players. We're not allowed to rotate. What he should be saying is City are building a squad. Rodri can't play 50, 60 games next year because he's got his ACL. City need to be careful with him because if he goes down, they're fucked. Yeah, which is legit. So what's going to happen is, yeah, they're bringing in Tijani Reinders. They've still got Kovacic and they've still got Nico Gonzalez. And they're going to rotate the players because they play 50 to 70 games a season.
5 years ago when he was at Wolves, 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought one of the best attacking fullbacks I think I've seen for a long, long time. Defensively, over the last 18 months, all over the place.
Oh, okay.
So that's at Wolves. Maybe he's better players in front of him, but his defensive skills are not great. So if you look at these signings...
I honestly, chat, yeah. I hope and pray Ryan Aït-Nouri is good defensively, because if he is, I'm going to go on the rampage, mate, yeah. Every single person, yeah, on the internet, yeah, that's put their face on a camera and said he can't defend, I'm going to cook him. Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. Real talk, man.
When you watch them play, you think, well, they look good, Aït-Nouri, attacking player, but is that what City want? Do they not want a proper left-sided...
Yes, that's what we want. You don't watch City, mate. Yeah, you don't watch us. You don't watch us. You don't watch us. You don't watch us, mate. I know you don't watch us. I know you don't watch us. I know you don't watch us, yeah. Honestly. I know you don't watch Man City. I know you don't know what we need, because you're telling me we don't need an attacking threat from the left-hand side. Nah, bro. This is mad.
Defender who can defend, because they're, when you watch Man City, you close your eyes, you see a goal going against them. It's transition that hurts them. But he's a very much attacking player. He's played as a false nine for Wolves in a game or two. I interviewed their sporting director, Matt Hobbs, who's now, I think, gone. And he said, unbelievably going forward, we've got to try and rein him in because he's so offensively minded. He doesn't want to defend, or sometimes he can't. He'll start, but it puts a lot of doubt on Kovacic. As I said, Rodri.
He's acting as if Kovacic is this fucking baller who needs to be playing week in, week out. He's 31 years old. He's a squad rotation player. Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting like this? Isn't it? He's acting like Kovacic. Yeah, he's number one Kovacic glazer. Bro, he's acting like Kovacic. He's like prime De Bruyne. Cover Messi. Cover Ronaldo. Cover Pele. Cover Donna. Yeah? What's he doing, man? Where's Rodri going to fit in?
Nico Gonzalez, Marmoush, where are all these guys going to fit in? In a squad that Pep said, by the way, I want a small squad.
He doesn't get it, does he? Does he not understand that we can sell players? Like, real talk. I know he obviously does know that we're allowed to sell players, right? Because he knows that we can sell football players. But why does he not speak about selling players? Why has he not spoke about selling? He's just going. They bought him. He bought him. Where are they all going to fit in the squad? Pep said he don't want this many players. Yes, mate, because we're going to sell players. What? Yeah, this guy, yeah, bottom right. Oh, facts. This guy, bottom right. Look at him. He's like, what is this guy talking about? Look at him, bottom right. Oh, top right as well. Oh, to be fair, every single one of them is just looking at him going, what are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about?
Go on, Mario.
Yeah, but Don, in the middle, but you know, during the season also in the middle, one of the key things that he really struggled with was the energy in the middle of the park, because his teams got beaten, you know, and a lot of big challenges. So I think that he also, okay, the one of Reinders, maybe because also I'm a Dutch boy, was one of the advantages of the situation Milan is in. You understand, of like the selling had to happen and they pounced on the situation of getting a good deal out of that situation. But away from that, he's also a great footballer. Don't get me wrong, he had a great season, and also for the national team. But I think those are one of the key things. And I think he has to, he has one more year left, Guardiola. And we know what all managers want. When they come in the final year, they want to make sure.
He's got 2 years left, hasn't he?
Sure, they leave with a head up. So they're going to try to at least try to create back with what they had achieved. And I think that is what he's really focused on. Is he doing it in the right way? Like what you said, Don, like on the left-hand side, picking him, because he doesn't have the left-hand side. You saw that he kept on changing everybody in it. So you have to pick a player that wants to. And also, if we look at, he needs a player that can handle having the ball, because that's why he's going for him. No defensively, but he goes more for him. I want to make sure that my team can compete when we have the ball. That is always, because the way he plays, the way his culture, where he comes from, the Johan Cruyff situation is like, no, we first focus on having the ball. We don't focus on not having it. And I think that's why he went for that player.
A lot more talk on Manchester City, of course, to come throughout the summer. Gab, we'll let you. Gab, what are you doing? You going on holiday?
I just don't understand why this guy's not. Why is this guy not speaking about potential sales? Like, why does he just keep on spamming these conversations about City buying all these players, and we've not, like, Pep's moaning about the size of the squad when we can sell players? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. It makes no sense. Like, why is he not sitting there saying, right, they brought all these players in. Clearly, what's going to happen is Manchester City are going to be selling quite a lot of the older players, and maybe one or two of the younger ones, because Pep said he wants a small squad. And if you do the maths, they've got too many players. So what I think is going to happen is the likes of Gundogan is not going to be needed anymore. So he's probably going to go. Same with Bernardo. That leaves them with 4 midfield DMs, or 4 players that can play DM, of Rodri, Nico G, Tijani Reinders, and Kovacic. And then he could say something like, that might sound quite a lot to your uninformed viewers who maybe not Manchester City fans. However, what they need to realise is that they need to be really careful with Rodri this year, because he's coming back from an ACL and they want to manage his minutes. So therefore, that leaves you with 3 more. Nico Gonzalez can also play in the attacking position, so he's going to get plenty of game time. And Kovacic can fill in. Oh, but he's also injured, so it doesn't really matter at the moment because he's injured for 3 months. Where's the education? Yeah, where's the proper discussion? You can't just sit there and say, where are they all going to play? That's what they've done. That's what the Scottish guy did that as well.
And we've got
They just did the same thing. Right, let's check this Wirtz glaze. Big up Toby says, yeah, he walked in and scored the goal of the season. Yeah, I know, Mamouche. He did, didn't he? Nice, come on. Big up to Darrow well as well. For 5 bob. Come on, man. I get some W's in the chat for Darrow well. Big up to you, mate. Appreciate the 5. Big up. Very much appreciated. Right, let's get on to this Wirtz glaze. You guys are saying they've mad glazed this. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Right, let's see what they're saying.
Big transfer.
Big up Darrow well, man. I appreciate the 5. W's in the chat, man. Spam the W's.
To discuss. It's not official yet, but it's Fabrizio Romano official. Florian Wirtz making the move to Liverpool for a reported fee of 150 million euros. That's a club record for Liverpool and nearly double the previous club record, which they spent on Darwin Núñez, as you can see there, just about 3 years ago. Mark, I want to start with you on this because it's a Premier League record as well. It's easy to get blown away by the numbers. Should we be?
Well, it's not done yet. I have to say that, first of all. Obviously, the window closed in Europe today, and it's not done yet. That is a big leap from what Liverpool previously offered. So I think there's still a bit of work to be done. So I think we all know that Florian Wirtz is going to be a Liverpool player soon, but I still think there's a bit of negotiating to do between the two clubs. So, yes, it will happen, but it's not happened yet. But ultimately, it'll be a British record transfer. It'll be one of the biggest transfers ever. And I think Liverpool are paying for, as you know, one of the players that is, capable of becoming one of the best players in the world. Florian Wirtz is a superstar in the waiting. He's potentially Germany's best player. He'll be a superstar at the World Cup next summer, and he will make Liverpool a better team. He can play in that hole between the midfield and the front three. He will make Liverpool a very strong team next year. And it's a real coup for Liverpool to get him, because let's not forget, Man City wanted him, Bayern Munich wanted him. So the fact that Liverpool have won the race to sign him shows what a good place the club are in right now.
So can I just ask a question, right? I'm going to be really fair here, yeah? Why was he not like that when he was speaking about Ryan Cherky? Like, not as much, obviously, because Florian Wirtz has won a Bundesliga, yeah? And he won whatever the German Cup's called, yeah? But why was he saying that? Why was he so down on Ryan Cherky? Yeah? So down on him. But with this one, it's unreal. Nah, Rampage. I'm not saying that. Rampage, chill out, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should be saying Florian Wirtz is shit. Yeah, what he said about Florian Wirtz is completely reasonable. What I'm saying is, why has he said that about Florian Wirtz, but then on Ryan Cherky was just completely different energy? Facts, Raphael. The energy is mad different. I don't think he said anything wrong there about Wirtz, but the energy on Ryan Cherky was mad different, which is crazy.
Stevie, does the money matter? I mean, it's such a huge number. It's almost double what they paid for Nunez.
I'm tempted to say the money doesn't matter because today they're getting paid so much.
But where does he fit in? It's a funny comment, that, bro. I forgot who put that in the chat then. Who put that in the chat? Who put that in the chat? That was a funny comment, man. I big up H, man. Oh, that was funny, that.
They're pulling in so much money that it almost doesn't register.
What about the pressure it puts on a player?
I don't believe that there'll be any more pressure on Florian Wirtz than.
So a minute ago, he was speaking about our players and saying they're too young, they're not ready, blah blah blah. They're too, even though they're not young, they're 24 and 26. Yeah, and obviously Cherky, to be fair, is 21. Yeah, but the other two are older. He was saying they're too young, it's not going to work. But now with this guy, it's fine, and there's no pressure on him.
And he will put on himself. You know, when you make such a big move and you're expected to go and be the linchpin of a club the size of Liverpool, I think there's plenty of pressure. I don't think the money comes into it whatsoever. Absolutely not. The only question is, where does he play? How do Liverpool?
This is the only guy. This is the only thing he speaks about, isn't it? Where does he get in the team?
What position do Liverpool play him in?
Where would you want to see him?
I think potentially I would prefer to see him start as a false nine. You know
what? False nine? What the hell?
No, I think it's important that Liverpool start the season well, and so you know, to throw him into the middle of the park, obviously he's a guy that wants to be going forward, but you got to respect the Premier League. You can't just think you're going to just go and outplay everybody all the time. So I would prefer to see him start as a false nine, see how it goes, and then build from there.
Don, you agree with that?
That's a mad take, man. I can't lie. I'm not saying, I don't know, maybe it would work, but that is insane. I don't think I've heard one single person on this platform, on Twitter, or in the chat say play him as a false nine.
I do. I think when I watched Liverpool last season, I thought they're
time. So I would prefer to see him start as a false nine, see how it goes, and then build from there.
Don, you agree with that?
I do. I think when I watched Liverpool last season, I thought their best performance was played when Luis Diaz played as a false nine. I think he suits that number 9, that false 9, where you come in the hole. If you think Firmino coming in the hole for Salah and Sadio Mane, that's what they done last season.
Have we got any Liverpool fans in the chat? Oh, have you got any Liverpool fans in the chat? There's 1.2k people in the building. Is there any Liverpool fans in the chat? Does any Liverpool fan in the chat, if there is any, think that he's going to play false nine? I've not spoke to anyone. I spoke to Hossam, I spoke to Monts, I've seen people in the chat. Not one person said to me he's going to play as a false nine. Not one. Yo, big up Jack. Jack's a Liverpool fan. We are not playing him as a false nine. Bro, that's bad, isn't it?
Season. This is how I think they'll try and line up. I mean, don't forget, they've got so much power, firepower. I think that's also what the...
But, like, the thing is, like, Wirtz is a creative player. I've seen Wirtz loads for Leverkusen and Germany. He's a creative player, and yes, he can score goals. But why would you spend 120 million? Yeah, whatever it is. I'm just going to call it 150 million euros, yeah, because I know it is 150 million euros. I don't know the British price. Why would you spend that much money on a creative player and then play him as a striker or false nine? So you basically take, it's like getting Kevin De Bruyne and playing Kevin De Bruyne as a striker. Why would you do that? You're taking his best attributes, creativity, and playing him as a striker.
Fine, but you look at that team there, and it's very, very impressive. I think, as Oggy said,
yeah, it looks good on paper, but are you getting the best out of him? The thing is, this is just bullshit, yeah, because why would you spend 130 million or whatever the fee is on Wirtz to then play him as a false nine? Why don't you just go buy a striker? Why don't you go buy Isak? Why don't you go lob 160 million at Isak if you wanted a striker?
There, where Florian Wirtz signed for Liverpool, that massively scares Man City. It massively scares Arsenal. Anyone that thought Liverpool didn't have that type of signing in them, well, FSG just went out there and just blew that transfer record apart. On top of the new money they're going to get for Adidas, on top of the...
Not Isak then, whatever. Just go and get like a striker, innit? If you're going to buy a striker, go and get a striker. You save cash. You could go get Gyökeres for 60, 70, 80 million.
The money they got from the Champions League campaign, on top of the money they got from winning the Premier League, that's my projected 11, and it's very, very strong.
Can I just say that I wasn't sure initially about the Wirtz signing.
Why?
Well, because in my mind, I preferred a goal-scoring centre forward. That was what I had in my mind initially when the season ended. But when I look at that, I look at what Don's put out. You're going to have no problem getting people in the box. Those three behind Wirtz are going to be in the penalty box. So to me, the first thing that comes to me is that negates me wanting a goal-scoring centre forward.
You agree with that, Ale? As the number 9 on the panel?
I always would want a forward playing on the field and leading the line in the attack. But that is coming from the perspective of somebody who wanted to be on the field, and therefore we need a forward out on the field.
Forget the false 9.
Yes, about a true 9, a real 9. Regardless, the role of Florian Wirtz, what I would want him to be at Liverpool is to have the freedom to go and find the game wherever he wants to. He has a really good feel for the game in the attacking half. He has a really good feel as to where the spaces are going to be. Sometimes he goes out wide. Sometimes he goes underneath. He's willing to run in behind. He's a good dribbler. He's a good passer of the ball. But all of that comes with the freedom for him to feel the game and to go find it. I don't know that Liverpool is going to give him that freedom, but I do think that that's where he is at his best. In terms of the expectations of Florian Wirtz and what he makes...
Yeah, not as a striker. This guy knows these guys don't know what he's talking about, innit? He's carrying the show, mate. Yeah, I'll be real. Yeah, in terms of ball knowledge, yeah, he's carrying the show, lads. He's carrying it.
Think coming into Liverpool, or whether that pressure is going to be something that is somehow is going to make him a lesser player. Not the case at all, at least not in my estimation, and at least not what I have seen from.
Why wouldn't you just say, of course there's going to be pressure on him. He's a £130 million player. Is the British transfer record. There's going to be pressure. But we'll see what happens. Like, why are they going around the houses? You know what I mean? Of course there's fucking pressure. He's £130 million player. Of course there's pressure. I'm not going to walk in and just be able to just do what he wants and just not deliver any good performances. Just say it. Just say, yes, there's going to be pressure on him. He's a £120 million player.
Him. There's a lot of I'll show you kind of attitude from Florian Wirtz. Give me the ball. I'm not hiding. Give me the ball. I'm a problem solver. I'm a game changer. I'm a game breaker. This is the way that he approached his games at Bayer Leverkusen. And dare I say, at Bayer Leverkusen and in Bundesliga, Florian Wirtz just kind of was sort of flying under the radar for a couple of years. But you cannot deny that when he gets in the ball, the game changes dramatically. And he did for Bayer Leverkusen. And of course, the success of Bayer Leverkusen kind of put him on a completely different level where now people were paying attention. And you look at Florian Wirtz, and it's hard to choose or to find a flaw to his game when he's given the freedom to go and find the game however he sees fit. He is a tremendous talent.
But you don't get given the freedom when you're a false 9. In a false 9, you've got to be in a certain situation, in a certain position, so you can arrive into the penalty area. If you want to give this guy freedom, yeah, to go where he wants, and this guy was talking about drifting off to the left, drifting off to the right, dropping deep, well, then you need to play him in the midfield as a 10. You play him as a false 9, and then he's running the show. We give it to Salah, and Salah crosses the ball. Who's in the box? Nobody. So it's not rocket science.
A tremendous player. And if I had the money, I would go and buy Florian Wirtz as well, even if that meant that I wasn't on the field.
Don, do you think this is, because again, just to focus in on the number, like a bust-proof move? He's only 22 years old. That number.
What the fuck does that mean, chat? A bust-proof move? What the hell does that mean? Bust-proof.
It's going to come with super high expectations.
Yeah.
Is this a player that you think there's no way this ends up being a flop? Injury aside.
Yeah, well, you can never say for sure, but yeah, the answer to that question is yes, because he's versatile. You know, I've got him there as a false nine, but he could quite easily
I'm just saying the last record signing for Liverpool, we I think would all agree has been a bust, right?
Absolutely.
You can spend a lot of money and not nail it.
Absolutely, you can. But I think with this guy, as Ali said there, he's a game changer. He's a man that wants the ball. I think he's very versatile. I've got him down as a false nine, but can play as a 10. He can play off the left-hand side. So what it gives on a slot in terms of selection is a headache. But what, if you're a Liverpool fan now, what it gives you, if you're looking at Liverpool's 11 and the squad, my goodness, if any game's not going your way, Luis Diaz can come off the bench. Or if Cody Gakpo's on the bench, he can come off.
Oh, so is he talking about a bench now? Oi, so he does realise that there's a bench. Right, development chat, yeah? He knows that teams have a bench. Right, okay, we've got somewhere here. Yeah, we're making progress. Progress has been made. He knows that there's a bench. Oh my days, crazy work.
Off the bench. Wirtz can score goals. Salah can.
Why is he not saying that about City? Why is he not saying that about City? Why, when it's City, he's just going, where are they all going to play? Where's Kovacic going to play? Mateo Kovacic. Where's Kovacic going to play? Mateo Kovacic. But what about Kovacic? Bro, why does he keep on saying that about City? But then when it's Liverpool, it's like they're going to have a great bench, aren't they? They can bring Luis Diaz off the bench. Yeah, they can bring these players off the bench. It's wild, isn't it?
Score goals. Szoboszlai scores goals. McAllister scores goals. It's the most important thing in a team when a manager picks a team. I once chatted to a manager after a game and I said to him, what do you look for when you're picking your 11? He went, I get as many goal scorers on the pitch in whatever positions as possible. You look at Liverpool now and you think, my goodness me, there's some goals in that team. There's so much potential.
And if I may, some people will draw parallels in players coming from Bundesliga to the Premier League and saying, well, they haven't been all that successful. And they'll mention a guy, say, for example, Timo Werner. Two completely different personalities and different level of player, but just in the personality alone. I'm just talking about the personality of the player. As I mentioned, Florian Wirtz cannot wait to show you how good he is. And I described him the other day on the show as he's a little punk in the most positive way. He is a punk. He is a guy that he's a disruptor. He wants to make a difference. He doesn't want to fly under the radar. He doesn't want to be seen. He wants the ball. He wants to be a protagonist. And I think there is some value to that.
Right, I just want to make this clear, yeah? I don't disagree with what they're saying about Wirtz, yeah? My question, yeah, is why, when they spoke about Turkey, did they not speak about any of this? That's what I'm saying. I don't mind what they're saying about Wirtz here. I think the false nine is crazy. But why, when they spoke about Turkey earlier on, they just was like, nah, he ain't it.
He's not like quietly, oh, let that guy do the job. Let that guy do the job. No, I'll take on the responsibility to do the job because this is what I'm here for.
By the way, this was recorded, yeah, after the France-Spain game, by the way. This was recorded after the France-Spain game where Turkey came on and was fucking the best player on the pitch in 20 minutes.
He's the best player on the playground, isn't he?
Yes.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Everybody has to get him the ball. Even though you got Mo Salah, you know that they're going to try and get him the ball just as much. He's absolutely a playground player.
They won the league by 10 points, fairly easily. There seems to be not just Wirtz, there's other moves as well. They brought in Kirkus, or Kirkus is rumored to come in. Frimpong is official, obviously. How much better can they be? I mean, they won the league fairly easily.
Right now, on paper, they're better than they were last year, and they won by 10 points, as you said. If there is,
is it fair to expect another
best? If there was ever the best time to be able to have the money available and make the signings they have, now is the time to do it. When you're top of the league.
But Bill Shankly said that, didn't he? Bill Shankly, so like I said, when you win the league, you have to strengthen while you're at the top.
Not just all the best Liverpool sides, but all the best sides around the world. They strengthen when they're on top.
Is there not an argument for continuity?
If you don't believe that, all you got to do is look down the motorway to Manchester City. That's what they've been doing. Every time.
Backs and the one summer we didn't do it, we lost the league.
They won the league. They went out and made a signing. That's how you do it. That's how Liverpool
That's like
have done
saying
it.
to your point.
The saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You've heard that for sure.
But can you imagine a scenario?
That's a stupid saying when it's football. That is a good saying, yeah, in life. But in football, that's a stupid saying. Well, it's a stupid saying in transfers. When it gets to transfer windows in summer, it's a stupid saying. You got to change it.
Or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Liverpool stay as they are, but Man City signs Florian Wirtz.
Okay.
How much of a difference he's going to make for them? So why not if you're Liverpool? And why not, by the way, when the fans are paying all this money to watch their team who have been brilliant last season? I'm a little bit devastated I didn't call this on because we were chatting before about the season before when Liverpool were 5 points clear. They didn't win the league when they lost the game at Everton. They should have went on and won the league the season before. And I think subconsciously the reason why I didn't lean towards Liverpool being favourites at the start of last season was because of Sir Alex moving on, because of Arsene Wenger moving on and a new manager coming in. The likelihood was he's not going to be successful. He's absolutely owned it on a slot last season. So I think for Liverpool fans...
Yeah, but hang on a minute, yeah. It would have took a very brave person, and there was a couple, yeah, but it would have took a very brave person to say Liverpool were going to win the league last year, wouldn't it? Very brave. Very, very brave.
Your team win the league and watching your owners and FSG spending this amount of money, the feel-good factor is going to be amazing. It's not like the saying to the owners anymore, any chance of breaking records, any chance of stopping Arsenal spending big or Man City spending big. Liverpool now are sitting at the very top table. They're buying Alissons, they're buying Virgil van Dijks, they're buying Florian Wirtz.
What do you think Arsenal and Man City and Man United and all the so-called big boys are sitting here watching the
Man United. Why is he bringing United into the conversation? Nah, they're not involved in this conversation, Bray. Yeah, they're not involved in this conversation, mate. Yeah, they're down there with them Fulham and them, man. Why is he speaking about United, bro?
TV and listening to programs like this, and Liverpool are signing Wirtz and they're signing Kerkez. So not only do they have to step up to catch Liverpool, they're going to have to take another step. I mean, if you're one of those sides, you're looking, going, hold on a second. Yeah, we're going to have to be.
There's always a theory when you're at the top. If you stand still, you're going backwards because everyone else below you is starting to catch up. So you can never afford to stand still.
However, there is a cautionary tale here for Liverpool. Look at Real Madrid this season. And so there is something to be learned from that because Real Madrid had won La Liga, had won Champions League, and they brought what we think is the best player in the world. And that team kind of fell apart in terms of the feeling within the group and the balance and the structure of the group. They never found it this season. And so...
But they didn't have any options, did they? Where Liverpool now got options on the bench. So if a game's not... I get where your point. But if a game's not going...
I think they had options. It's just...
No. Off the bench, not options. As in, if this game's not going well for any given game, it's not going well for Liverpool. As we said before, he can bring Jota on play.
Oh, he's speaking about the bench again, guys. He's speaking about the bench. That's mad. Maybe Liverpool have a bench, but City don't have a bench. Maybe we don't have a bench. Maybe the 115 punishment, is that we're not getting a bench, and he knows it, but he's just not allowed to tell us. Investigations, guys.
Number 9.
No, but
that goes back.
That's not my point, though. My point is more along the lines of when you have a really good locker room, when you have a really good group and a really good mix of players that has worked really well, it's not automatic that the next year you should.
This is a fair point. It's a fair point. There's a chance that Wirtz comes in, it fucks everything up. Yeah, I don't think it will, but it's a fair point. All he said it was a cautionary. He said it's a cautionary tale. Just be careful, just in case what happens with Real Madrid. It's a fair concern.
Show up, and it's the same feeling, and so there. I'm just saying that there's a cautionary tale. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think this team, the way that you,
I agree with him. I don't think it was going to be an issue. Yeah,
structure it there, and you put it on paper. It looks like a very strong group, and it looks like a team that is going to go on and win the Premier League once again. It's just not automatic. That's all I'm saying.
Augie, are we getting ahead of ourselves here? Can we call them clear favorites at this point to win the Premier League?
I think you probably can because I think the bigger rivals are Man City and they're going to be tied up in the Club World Cup and that will take a lot out of City next year. And they've also got a situation where I think they're not bringing in the grade A players that they used to bring in. They're bringing in good players, but not the very best players. So I think City aren't the challenger that we thought they might be. I think Arsenal depends on what they do. if they sign a striker. I mean, if Arsenal sign a world-class striker, then they'll be in the mix. But with Liverpool, I mean, but just what Ali said then, he's right.
Hang on a minute, though. Hang on a minute. I have to pull him up on this, yeah? Because he just said, if Arsenal sign a world-class striker, but what world-class strikers are out there that are available on the market? The only two, well, in fact, the only one that's available on the market for me would be Osimhen. I'm not sure Gyökeres is actually legitimately world-class right now. Yeah, obviously had a world-class season, but is he a world-class player based off of one season? Is Sesko a world-class player? So he's saying if they sign a world-class player, but there's been absolutely zero links to Osimhen, and all the links are to Sesko. And they know that. This guy knows that Arsenal are being linked with Sesko. Sesko's not a world-class striker.
But it's not always the case that a new signing comes in and makes people better. If Florian Wirtz comes in and, what does Mo Salah think? Does it upset Mo Salah because he's the star player, can roam across the front three, can do what he likes? This is also a test of Arne Slot, because last year, you spoke about continuity. Well, last year he stuck with it because they didn't bring anybody in. Now, this is a challenge of Arne Slot's management now, because he has to tell players that have maybe done well for Liverpool in the past before he came that you're no longer my guy. This is my guy. So a new player comes in and upsets what has been a very settled squad for 3 or 4 years now. Who knows what can happen? But obviously, you have to say that Wirtz is such a good player, and with Frimpong as well, and Kirkes when that gets done, that is a very, very strong addition to the summer. But because Liverpool have been such a settled squad for such a long time, they will miss Trent Alexander-Arnold, certainly his distribution. Who knows? But yeah, right now.
Hang on a minute. One second. Let's go back and listen to that again, shall we? Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to this again. Bearing in mind, he's saying City signings are crap. Yeah, it's basically saying that average players, good players, but not good. But then I'm pretty sure he just glazed Frimpong and Kirkes. Let me just analyse.
Now, this is a challenge of Arne Slot's management now, because he has to tell players that have maybe done well for Liverpool in the past before he came that you're no longer my guy. This is my guy. So a new player comes in and upsets what has been a very settled squad for 3 or 4 years now. Who knows what can happen? But obviously, you have to say that Wirtz is such a good player, and with Frimpong as well, and Kirkes when that gets done, that is a very, very strong addition to.
He says that is a very strong addition. So is he speaking solely about Wirtz when he says that, or about the 2 additional players?
And with Frimpong as well, and Kirkes when that gets done, that is a very, very strong addition to the summer. But because
that's a very, very strong addition to the summer. Is he speaking purely about Wirtz or the 3? Because if he's speaking about the 3, then how is it possible that Tijani Reinders and Ait Nouri are average players and not like level raisers for City, but all of a sudden Frimpong and Kirkes are for Liverpool? It's waffle, mate. Waffle.
Liverpool have been such a settled squad for such a long time.
Again, I'm not saying Kirkes and Frimpong are bad players. I'm saying why is he saying City signings? Why is he so negative on City signings? But then Kirkes and Frimpong is like, yeah, mint, like great, so strong, or whatever the word he was.
They will miss Trent Alexander-Arnold, certainly his distribution. Who knows? But yeah, right now they're the favourites.
Augie, how can Liverpool afford him?
Well, they didn't spend any money.
Well, they didn't sign anyone last season. They spent 11 million euros, and they've just lost Trent, who's on about 200 grand a week, and they've just won the Premier League.
Last year, I mean, they basically not spent any money for 2 years, so they've got a lot of money banked up. They've won a lot of money being Premier League champions. They've had great runs in Europe over the years. So, and as Don mentioned before, a new Adidas deal, Liverpool are making lots of money right now, so they've got no concerns whatsoever with meeting PSR issues and concerns about FFP that other clubs have. Liverpool are just basically built up a pile of cash and they're spending it this summer on some of the best players in the world.
Spending it this summer on some of the best players in the world, right? They bought Wirtz, Fairs, but the other 2 are Kirkes and Frimpong. Why is he glazing Kirkes and Frimpong so much, but he's hating on Reinders, Cherky, and Ait Nouri? I don't get it. Does anyone get that? I don't get it. Is he right, or are we getting some mid-ass players here, and we just think they're mint, but they're actually not mint. They're actually shit. But like, he's midfielder of the year. Is Syria a midfielder of the year? So if I'm glazing, then so's the whole voting system of Italy. I don't know, man.
And we've got a big.
What's this one here? Oh, yeah, we got another one here, chat. I got another one here. We got Jack says, I think we'll play LFC at 3-2-4-1. I'll be honest, mate. 3-2-4-1. What? Yeah, so you have what? Van Dijk, Canate, and what? One more? Where I'm not sure how you're going to play, bro. But I would be absolutely stunned if you bought one of the best creators in the world and then put him as a false nine. I mean, that'd be just dumb. Bill Lou says, does the UK have some broken exchange program where we get all your rejects funded? Yeah, I seen that when you said that. It made me laugh, bro. Now, big up for the 19 months, mate. Appreciate it. Shout out Lewis as well with the 22 months. Says, my brain hurts after that. Need a palate cleanser. Watch Saeed's new video trembling over our signings. Yeah, I'll watch it in a sec. Let me just watch this, yeah, because someone, I don't know if this is the actual, someone said he speaks about Rodri in this one. Chat, does anyone know this one? Someone put it in the, I don't know who it was in the chat before, yeah. Someone said, LB, watch this. At the start of the video, he speaks about Rodri again. Who was it in the chat? He put this about Rodri. Said he speaks about Rodri.
Big transfer to discuss. It's not official yet. To Liverpool.
I have to say that, first of all. Obviously, the window closed.
No, I've watched that bit. Where's the Man City signings? Have we watched that one?
Very busy over the last few days. 3 signings of
Nori.
To play midfield. Pep said last season he's not clever enough to play midfield.
ESPN Extra Time. What's this? Oh, it's where people are asking questions. Skip to the City part. Now, we've done the City part. We've done the City part. Yeah, we've done the City part, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just watched it, innit? Maybe I misunderstood it, innit? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That was a funny video, man. I can't lie. They're just inconsistent with what they're saying, man. Like, how can you sit there and say Kirkes and Frimpong is like mega, but then just say Tijani, Reinders, Cherki, and Aït-Nouri is just dead? Like, I just don't get that. I don't get how you can say that. Like, how can you say that? How can you say Kirkes and Frimpong are mega, but Tijani, Reinders, Cherki, and Aït-Nouri are dead? Like, that's just wild. Yeah, Cherki got into League One Team of the Year with the most assists, and he got your Europa League Young Player of the Year. You got Europa League Young Player of the Year, League On Team of the Year. Tijani Reinders got Serie A Midfielder of the Year. Yet they're all dead. Kirkes and Frimpong. I just don't understand it, bro. Weird. Why do I care? Because it's weird. It's weird. Why they say it's weird? Why would they say that? It's weird. It's strange. I'm questioning their football opinion. I don't get it. I'm saying it's a fucking weird one, mate. So what Saeed's saying, man. Let's go.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV.
Yo.
I'm just in Johannesburg right now, chilling, billing. Lovely sunshine. But we're going to talk about Man City, man. Their rebuild. Because I can't lie to you, it is a bit sticky. I've got Liverpool on one side spending 125 million on Florian Wirtz, and I've got Manchester City spending 100 and something on 3 players: Reinders, Aït-Nouri, and Cherki.
Yeah, but they're crap players, mate. Did you not know?
For less than Florian Wirtz. Wow. I can't lie to you guys.
Side knows ball, chat. I chat side knows ball, man.
A little bit concerned. I'm a little bit worried.
That's a clippable fucking meme right there. Chat, listen. I'm well vexed on memes. This right here, yeah.
Because
This is clippable, mate. This bit here, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit stressed. This is clippable.
Wow. I can't lie to you guys. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit worried because Man City are not stopping. And Man City were meant to stop Big Steve. You see Big Steve over there, yeah? I've just had enough of him. I've really, really had enough of him. I've had enough of his screaming and shouting and boasting about Man City.
Yeah.
I'm just like, when will it stop, man?
Steve's on it, mate.
I've got Liverpool trying to go back to back, and I've got Man City trying to reclaim their title. And we're 15th, and we've got nothing to do about it. We've got nothing in the world that we can stop.
And we're 15th. Nah, crazy, man.
We can't stop nothing. We've got to just watch them do what they got to do. We've got to watch these two teams do what they got to do, and especially Man
City pool is back, man.
Man City. This rebuild is scary. I can't lie to you. The caliber of players that they're buying, it is scary. Whether you like it or not, whether you rate them or not. Aït-Nouri. Let's talk about Aït-Nouri.
See, Saeed gets it, man. Saeed knows we're buying good players, bro. We ain't buying duds, man. We're buying good players, chat. We're buying good players, man.
Brilliant, brilliant. For me, wing back / fullback, up and down that touchline, technical levels, absolutely out of this world. He really, really is. He's been Premier League proven now for what? Since lockdown, literally up and down, technical, both feet, just absolutely, like he just is a quality player. And I think for me, I've always looked at him thinking, you could play for Pep Guardiola. You really, really could, because I feel like for me, in the system, if he wants to invert, he can do it. He wants to get on the overlap, he can do it. Like he literally
spitting facts
can do both. Like he's that good. And I think to myself, United could have done with him 35 million. That's it. That's it, man. 35 million. And he's 24. He's got another, 6-7 years at the highest level. It's just scary. That's the first player. And then you've got Reinders. I mean, just a Reinders. And how much did they get him for? Just under 50 million. Again, not that crazy in terms of spending. They spent less on him than they spent on flipping Nico Gonzalez. And not many people have heard of Nico Gonzalez. Not many people know about Nico Gonzalez. And you know what's good about this player here is that they've lost De Bruyne, and they're losing a lot of creativity in that midfield, and they're losing a lot of legs in that midfield. They're losing someone who can get on the ball and dictate things. Not like they're saying they've got Rodri already. I mean, Rodri is a 3-1 midfielder. He's a one-man wrecking ball. He's a one-man machine. But when I look at Reinders, Tijani Reinders, when I look at him, I'm like, how on earth have they been allowed to just buy him and nobody stopped them?
How can people like me, Saeed, you guys in the chat, look at City signings and go, yeah, solid signings. And with Rodri coming back, hopefully Foden coming back, City are going to be right there with Liverpool. Yeah? And then you get someone else who just has a completely opposite take. A completely opposite take, man. It's mad, isn't it?
Nobody's been allowed to say, you know what, we're just going to buy him. Man City have got free reign. They signed a new deal. But it's gotten to Manchester City. Is it because of Pep Guardiola? Is it because of what they're building? Is it because he knew that he, De Bruyne was leaving? Why did he want to come? Like, I really want to know. Like, I get it. They're a super team right now, and they're going for league. But it's like, bro, man, a midfielder, like, bro, you could have went anywhere. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. He's that sort of player, by the way. He has really, really come of age in the last, I would say, 2 years. People say, oh, we knew him beforehand, but honestly, he's a joy to watch. And Man City fans have got themselves a gem of a player. They really, really have. Like, in terms of his creative, his awareness, his touch, his creativity.
What about Kovacic?
His movement, his agility on the ball, off the ball. He's such a workaholic in midfield, and him and Rodri is scary, bro. Like, it is genuinely scary. Like, Reinders can literally do what he wants to do, and knowing that Rodri is behind him, oh my God, man, flip it up. It's, oh gosh, man, what have we done? What has gone on, people? What is happening? Seriously, what is happening? And then you've got the small matter of who? You've got the small matter of who? Ryan Cherky.
Speak on him, Ray.
I mean, how much did he buy it for? 35 million euros? Yeah, I can't lie to you. This is the one that I think for me broke me. I can't lie to you. This is the one I was like, why? Why have you chosen? Why have you chosen them? This guy's ability, he could become the best player in world football.
Facts. And that's what you're buying. He's not as ready as Wirtz is right now. Wirtz is ahead of Cherky right now in terms of readiness. But the individual talent of Cherky could, not will, could go to the very top. Will he? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, but that's what you're buying. You're buying a player that has the potential to be one of the very best, if not the best.
Like, genuinely, he could be a future Ballon d'Or. He's that good, guys. I'm being deadly serious with you. You're looking at a player that ceiling is absolutely on top of this world. Boldly, creativity, know-how, intelligence. You know, the finer details of football can skip past you like you're not there, bro. You know, the awareness to find players, giving goals, a link up. Oh, he's just got it all, man. And for 35 million euros.
Oh, Night Train. Someone told me that today. Apparently, Gyökeres's release clause isn't actually a release clause. It's another gentleman's agreement, bro. These guys, man, with these gentleman's agreements, man. When are they going to learn, Night Train? When are they going to learn?
It's an absolute steal. It really, really is. It really, really is. And I'm just like, oh, why, man? Why? Why did you do this, man? But he is what they need. They need that sort of player. You know, they need a maverick. Man City right now need a maverick. De Bruyne is left. They need someone who can get on the ball and start dictating and start making things happen. Getting Haaland. Haaland will love Cherky. He really, really would. Like, you got to remember, yeah, Jadon Sancho, for whether you like it or not, was a key figure in Haaland's development and kind of almost rise. The balls that were getting played in behind from Sancho.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that at Dortmund. Sancho and Haaland link up was nice.
Was absolutely outstanding. And Haaland would just run onto them. He's missed that a little bit. I think that's what's missing in his game now, Haaland. Just the ability to run in behind and just beat defenders.
That's what I said today, innit, on a stream. That's literally what, or was it yesterday? When did I say that? I said it might have been yesterday. I said that goal that he scored for Norway recently, when he went through on goal, the guy put him in front. I said, when was the last time City done that? We don't have a player in the team that can do that anymore. And that's what we need.
Beat goalkeepers 1v1. It really, really is something that I think Haaland has missed, if I'm being truly honest with you. So that's going to be interesting.
You know why Saeed's saying this? You know why he's saying this? Because he actually watches football. He does watch-alongs. Yeah, on a Saturday, I see him doing the 3 p.m.ers. He watches City all the time. He watches AC Milan. He does the watch-alongs, man. He's always out there watching football. He's not one of these people that lies. Oh yeah, I watch football all the time. I watch all these leagues. I watch all these games, and then say horrendous opinions. Yeah, it's because he actually watches football, man. So he knows his opinion.
I think for me, Man City are getting a player that's going to get them in the jersey. This is a player that you want to pay big top dollar for to watch him week in, week out. He's a box office player.
Facts.
Fucking hell. Ryan Cherky. Fuck. How, man? You're like, where was everyone? Again, where was everyone? Where was everyone? What was everyone doing? What was everyone doing? Oh my God, man. For me, it's going to be difficult now for what Man City, I'm not going to lie to you, Title favourites. Title favourites. You got to remember they added Mamouche in January. They added Nico Gonzalez
You say we're title favourites?
in January.
I chat. Who are title favourites? City or Liverpool? It's obviously not Arsenal. Who are title favourites right now? Based off of the right now, yeah. Who is? Hamid. Come on, bro. Big up Hamid, man. The chat don't know in it. Yeah, big up Hamid, man. This guy was giving some good banter on Hussam's channel. This guy was giving good banter on Hussam's channel, man. Big up Hamid, lad. Yeah, we're getting Naipan, innit? We're getting him 11 million quid apparently. Big up Hamid, bro. That was funny, man. Last week. Big up Jack as well. Said they do it to rile people up, mate. Get clicks. Yeah, bro. But the thing is, bro, they also come across as a bit like, respectfully, a bit like they don't actually know what they're talking about. So maybe they actually genuinely have those opinions, bro. Maybe they actually genuinely have those opinions. I don't know. I mean, at the moment, Arsenal have signed no one. They've got a here we go for Zubimendi, but at the moment, no one's going to be putting Arsenal as title favourites based off the current transfer value. Cover transfers, isn't it? Okay. Probably most people are, well, not most, but probably City are edging it slightly. Obviously, it is a City, mostly City fans in here, so probably slightly biased. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know whose favourites.
They spent, I think, about 350 million. They're serious. Listen, I can come on and say they spend money. We know they spend money, but you know what? I'd rather have my team spending money than not spending money. I'd rather have my team doing
facts. That's why I don't give a shit.
Something and trying to do something than not do something. If I'm being truly honest with you, like you'd rather do that than just dilly-dally around and say, "Oh, but we don't spend and look at us and feel sorry for us." Nah, bro, go and spend the money. Go and spend the money and make things happen. Because for me, when I look at them, Rodri coming back now, if they can get maybe a right back, Livramento, this tower, Livramento coming to the club, if they can get a right back here, then wow, it's scary. I can't lie to you. It is really, really scary because they've got the nucleus in the team. They've already got Haaland. They've already got players. They've even got Savio, who's not really done much as well. He can come out of nowhere. I mean, there's already Phil Foden that's had a season off. But again, you see he can do bits as well. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good at all. If I'm being truly honest with you right now, we should be worried. We should be worried. It is it's a madness. It is a madness. Like what they have done there is, yeah, it is.
This bird, man. This fucking bird.
And for Steve, yeah, who's by the way down there, yeah. Like I can't stand him. I can't stand him winning, bro. Can't stand my family. My family are all City fans, man. Every year, man.
Hold that,
they're
man.
winning something. They're doing something.
I smash these likes up as well, people. Come on, get these likes up, man.
Then I've just got to watch, man. It's ugly, man. It's an ugly feeling, bro. Both of your neighbours in Manchester, in the northwest, are winning stuff, are building, and we just have to watch it. We just have to watch it and just say,
yeah,
it is what it is, and accept the reality. Dark times, dark times.
Fairs, he actually glazed our players, isn't it? Respect. Shall I see if there's anything else? I watched Goldbridge saying. What's he said about it, chat? What's his channel called? That's Football. What's he said? Has he said anything? I don't think he's done a video on it. He's not done any videos on City. What the hell? I thought he would have done one. He's not done any. Madness. That's crazy, man. I can't lie. He's done it on TikTok. Oh. Yeah, I can't be asked bringing that up, man. Gary asked, what the hell? Oh, the hairline, bro. The hairline's just getting cooked in it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We'll deal with it when we deal with it, bro. Luckily, I don't really care, innit? I'm not one of these people that really cares, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, madness chat. Madness. Wasn't Goldbridge exposed as an Everton fan? Something. Oh no, people say he's a Forest fan, innit? People say he's a Forest fan. What knows? We actually suppose, I don't know. These pundits say City are getting average players, but when they win the league, they'll say we're the big spenders. Yo, well, this is the thing now, yeah? If we do win the league, then we won't forget, bro. We won't forget. You know? We won't forget, mate. We won't forget. It is what it is. I'm just confused more than anything about like how you can just sit there and say City signings are just like mid-level signings when I just don't think that's the case at all. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, isn't it? LB, it's 7:25 when they talked about Rodri. Nah, I think we covered it, bro. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we covered it, man. Yeah, we got the receipts, man. We got the receipts. Yeah, big up Lewis says saying LB can't wait to see Turkey people aren't ready. Oh, saying LB, yeah, saying to you as well. Nah, big up, bro. I'm buzzing, me. I said this. I think City fans are going to love watching Turkey, man. I think it's going to be sick. I think it's going to be absolutely mega to watch him. Like, seriously. Such a baller, man. Such a baller. Such a baller, man. The way he plays football is so sick, mate. It's so sick. It's honestly so good. You watched Cherky's post on Twitter yesterday after the announcement. It was cold. Yeah, I did. Manchester Iconics was the best, though, man. Manchester Iconics was so good, man. Let me bring it up again. Manchester Iconic. I think they used AI or something. Where is it? This one here. This one. How good is this chat? That's so sick, innit? That's actually that's so good. Bears, man. They cooked on that one. I can't lie. And it's going to be so good to watch him, no, Lewis, man. He's just a baller, bro. The way he plays football is like, you just want to watch players like that. You want to watch players like that. You want to watch players like that, man. Crazy. Did you guys see this as well? Ryan Cherky gave up money owed to him by Leon but to facilitate his transfer. You see that? He was owed money, bro. He was literally owed money. And you said, nah, don't wait. I just want the deal. Fernandinho vibes. I think Jordan Lescott did that as well. I think Jordan Lescott did something similar. Yeah, madness chat. Mad, bro. Cherky's liking AI edits of him and KDB. No way. Yeah, Cherky's ready, man. Cherky's so ready, chat. He's so ready. He's so ready, mate. React to the Club World Cup lineup. What do you mean? What lineup? What lineup, bro? It was 3 million, yeah. Fucking hell, $3 million. You just give up 3 million. They owed him 3 million because they didn't honor the agreement. What? No way. That's mad. Fair play to him, man. The squad. Oh yeah, fucking. Can you believe Grealish has actually not been selected? That's actually mad, isn't it? I know we all knew anyway. That he wasn't going because we got told, but like I still think it's mad. I still think it's wild how he's not even going. Like he's just completely dropped. Do you know what I'm saying? I just think that's so crazy. He's not even made it to the squad, bro. He's defo getting 10 Cherky as well, in it, chat. It's defo going to be Cherky 10. City have said, yo, don't buy any squad numbers. They're going to change. They're going to change. They're just waiting for Grealish to go because they don't want to say to Grealish, right, soz, mate, you've not got 10 anymore. You're gone. So they're just going to wait until he gets sold or loaned, and then they'll give him the number. Then they'll give him the number after that. Yeah, McAtee as well. It's going to be Cherky 10, man. Cherky 10 will pop, mate. Bro, I'm about to get Cherky 10, mate. That black shirt, you know, that black kit. Let me, I swear someone sent me a picture of that black kit, man. Have you guys seen that black kit with Cherky in it? Someone sent it to me. Who sent it to me? And who DM'd me this the other day? Someone DM'd me on Twitter with it. Who DM'd me? Who was it who DM'd me? Someone DM'd me. Miaz. Hey, Miaz, what's your name on Twitter, bro? What's your name on Twitter? What's your name on Twitter, though, Miaz? I need to show you, chat. Miaz. What? Are you fucking blind? Why you can't say mate? Yo, big up K's, man, but I want to see the one with Cherky in it. There's one with Cherky and like an AI sort of. There's one with Cherky in it, man. Nah, Miaz, bro, you're not in my DMs. You're not in my DMs, bro. Miaz 21. No, 100%, Rev, you're not there. Yes, lad. Oh, yo, Bill K's, man. I check this, chat. Oh, that is fucking sick. That looks fucking mega. Can you imagine that with Cherky 10 on the back? Can you imagine that with Cherky 10 on the back? How sick would that look with Cherky 10? Oh, that is well nice. That's so nice. I might have to buy that, man. I might have to buy it legit as well. I might not even buy that off DHgate, man. I might actually give the club the money, innit? I might have to give the club the money, man. It's so nice, mate. There's another picture. There's another picture. The better one. Like a cold pic. You sent me again, yeah? Oh, yeah, Miaz. I've got it, bro. I've got it. Aye, Miaz. Aye, come on. Chat, look at this one. Yo, look at that, bro. That kit, man. It's so nice. It's so nice, man. Yeah, I might have to legit buy that. I might even buy that for the club, man. I'll be real. Give them that 80 quid and be like, there you go. Cherky 10. We will be there. Yeah, the black boots are cold, bro. Facts. All black boots, black socks, black shorts, black like what's this called? Like Under Armour thing. I don't know what they're actually called. They got like a name. And then the black kit, man. That's so nice, man. Do a vlog buying it and reviewing it, like you did with K's, bro. That was long. That was long ago, man. As if you remember that. That's crazy. That's crazy. He won't mention until 115 is over. Like he's allergic, says Hamid. Nah, bro. These guys, man. These guys, man. They love the 115. It gives them excuse. Gives them excuse. Gives them excuses, man. Right, boys. I'm going to get off, innit? I'm knackered. Oh, yeah. I do it tomorrow. Yeah, I've not actually watched that video, funny enough. I've actually not watched it. I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll do another stream tomorrow and I'll react to him. What the fuck? Had to leave to a meeting and log back on to see you still live. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed now, bro. I'm actually pretty knackered and all of a sudden I've just gone well tired. 2:30 is 12:30. But, yeah, I done videos, bro, before chat. They were funny videos, man. Like, what were they talking about, mate? What were they talking about? Honestly, it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, I'll do another video tomorrow. I'll react to Liaz's video on Turkey. Because he's obviously Algerian, isn't it? So he knows a lot about Ryan Cherky. He knows a lot about him. But yeah, man, buzz him. Watch stream, man. 3 hours. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Oh, do you remember at the start of the stream when I said, oh, it's just going to be a chilled one tonight, lads? And then I said, last time we said this, it went on for 3 hours. I did it again. Shit, he's done it again. He's done it again. Oh, shit. As if, bro, I was meant to do like an hour and I've gone for 3 hours again. Now that's crazy. Nah, the chill streams are so chill. I love the chill streams, man. I love the chill streams. You know what I mean? Where we're just like chilling and that. Better in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, big up to you, innit? Obviously, Lee's live, so I'll redirect you to Lee. He's doing a stream now, innit? So I'll redirect you there. LB raid. But yeah, big up to you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've had some chill out time. And we're back tomorrow as well. And if you see any more of these videos, yeah, then save them or send them me. And then I will review them and react to them on stream, innit? But yeah, big up to you, man. I'll redirect you to Lee. LB raid in the chat. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good night, people. See you later.